at 6. The news is live on Joy 99.7 FM and Hits 103.9 FM in Accra, in Kumasi on Love 99.5 FM and over 30 affiliates across Ghana's 16 regions including Sankara FM Yendi, Castle FM Cape Coast, Laura FM Laura and Radio Max Takrady. Get radio, TV and online content on the myjoyonline.com interactive app for Android and iOS devices. Coming up, documents cited by Joy News reveal the Cecilia Dapaah missing cash case was initially filed at a juvenile court, but no amount was specified as stolen. We have details, plus ask whether the Office of the Attorney General was aware of this.
In terms of a prosecution going on in the juvenile court or in the circuit court, we are not aware.
Also, Finance Ministry justifies decision by the Bank of Ghana to write off government's debt of 32 billion cedis under the domestic debt program without the sector minister reporting the matter to Parliament.
It's a question of an accounting problem which has resulted in impairment of several banks in Ghana. It's not only the Bank of Ghana we are talking about.
We'll hear from the minority who are pushing for the surcharge laws to be applied in business.
Government Treasury bill sale falls short of target marginally as interest rates surge on the money market. We've got details on the Joy Business Report.
And exhibitors are excited over the 2 more clinics to be held before the main Ecobank Joy News Habitat Fair as the train stops at Tema and Takrady. I am Amiesi Nyamiche Thompson. Details now. Documents cited by Joy News reveals that the Cecilia Dapaah missing cash scandal was initially filed at a juvenile court, despite a list of missing items captured in the documents and the alleged theft of unspecified amount of money. The suspect was only charged with unlawful entry. This latest information adds to the unending confusing facts surrounding the alleged stealing sums of money from the residence of the former sanitation minister. Joseph Akabley reports.
The Attorney General's opinion on the docket revealed the case was reported in June 2023 despite the alleged theft taking place in October 2022. He noted that despite claims of a police complaint and arrest of one of the suspects in October 2022, there was no information at the Tesano police station supporting this arrest, complaint or any investigations. Joy News has, however, cited court documents filed at the Juvenile and Family Court in Accra on 1st December 2022. Prosecutors curiously charged the domestic staff, who was then aged 17, with the offenses of unlawful entry and being on the premises for unlawful purposes. This begs the question why this crucial information is lost in the Attorney General's opinion, which analyzes the docket and concludes no evidence of a report or investigation by the Tesano police was available on record. This is because the latest information shows that not only did the police investigate the matter, but they actually filed charges in courts. The question was put to Deputy Attorney General Alfred Tuah-Yeboah.
The docket that was submitted to us had nothing about a case pending in any juvenile. The only hint we had in that docket was that a report was made to the police at Tesano. And so, in terms of a prosecution going on in the juvenile court or in the circuit court, we are not aware.
Deputy Attorney General Alfred Tuah-Yeboah ending Joseph Akabley's report. Now, the Finance Ministry is justifying the decision by the Bank of Ghana to write off government debt of 32 billion cedis under the Domestic Debt Exchange Program without the sector minister reporting the issue to Parliament. The laws prescribe the minister to submit a report to Parliament when it borrows beyond the set threshold. But speaking on Current Affairs Program Newsfile, Deputy Finance Minister said losses which result from accounting impairment are not brought before Parliament.
The point I'm seeking to make is that the issue of a loss of 80 billion by the Bank of Ghana is a question of an accounting problem which has resulted in impairment of several banks in Ghana. It's not only the Bank of Ghana we are talking about. We are talking about other commercial banks which have also suffered a lot of impairment losses on their balance sheet. And so this is a question of accounting, okay? And what has been the precedent? How has commercial losses of banks been treated in the past? This is not a new new thing. And it's not only subject to Ghana. Almost all central banks and other banks, commercial banks around the world, suffer impairment of their losses one way or the other. And this is in respect of the domestic debt exchange that took place in Ghana.
And you heard Deputy Finance Minister John Kumah, but political risk analyst and economist Dr. Theo Champon disagrees.
For me, legally, we need to interrogate because Honorable Adongo maybe can speak to this. If you look at Section 30 of the Act, right, again it says that you cannot borrow or lend more than 5% of the previous year's revenue. But in 36, it says that in the event of an emergency, the governor, the minister, the controller, and accountant general shall meet to decide the limit on the borrowing. That should be made by the government. And number 2, the minister shall submit a report on the issue to Parliament within 7 sitting days. Question is, did this meeting take place? Number 2, was that report ever submitted to Parliament?
Well, Deputy Ranking Member on the Finance Committee in Parliament, Isaac Adongo, is pushing for the laws on surcharge to be applied to remedy the situation.
In the regulations governing this act, there is no threshold, which means that any such write-off must come to Parliament. You see, if we did not do this,
has not come to Parliament.
Nothing. So the so-called write-off of 32 billion is an imagination. The law under 97 provides for surcharge.
You are Deputy Ranking Member on Finance Committee, Isaac Adongo. Now, over 500,000 pupils are writing the 2023 Basic Education Certificate examination across the country. The West African Examination Council is encouraging students to adhere to rules governing the conduct of the exam. Here in the Wejagbawe municipality, Member of Parliament for the area, Tina Mensah, has been motivating students ahead of the exam.
We assure them and encourage them that exams is not different from what they've been doing. It is the same thing that they have been taught in the classroom and the same exams that they'll be having at the end of every term in their various schools. But this time they just want to test them to know whether whatever they are learning or they have learned before, it's still in their minds. That is all. So they shouldn't fear. They should just go enter into the exam room with confidence and write, and with the blessing of God, they will pass.
The West African Examination Council says it will introduce its revised rules for the examination. John Pabi is head of public relations.
That the revised rules and regulations for dealing with cases of irregularity in the council's examinations, which took effect in January 2023, will be put to use for the first time during this year's diet of examinations. These rules apply in all the member countries. Some of the revised rules, as mentioned in previous interactions, are destruction of exhibits by candidates, posting of live questions on the internet by candidates and examination officials, refusal to grant timely access to school premises.
We can hear from some students who have been sharing their thoughts ahead of the examination.
Determined because we from that poor area and we are really determined to work hard to win the BEC because we don't want to stress our parents because they've wasted lots of money. So we want to make them proud. So for me, when I started the mock, I wasn't stressed at all because it's helping yourself so that God will help you. The grade I want to get is grade 10.
Looking at things, going through some of the mock our seniors routes, it means I can grade because it's the same since we are all.
It was an epic journey planned by 12 adventure and tourism enthusiasts from Ghana. The expectation was to drive from Accra to London while covering 10,000 kilometers. The expedition's objective was to raise funds to improve the quality of rural primary schools. The trip started on July 23, ended yesterday, August 6. We find out from one of the lead adventurers, Kwabna Pepra, what their favorite and worst countries they encountered during the expedition. He spoke to our partner station, BBC.
The craziest was when policemen extorted us and kept us for 7 hours in Mauritania. It's
Why?
not a friendly country. Yeah. I don't know. They started off by giving us one reason after the other why we needed to stay with them. They were going to impound our cars for 2 days just because they said we had infracted on their traffic rules. There are two favorite countries. One was Senegal and the other was Morocco. They are beautiful, they are clean, and the infrastructure is awesome. And the people, very friendly. Look, let me tell you this. There was a policeman in Morocco who we stopped at the traffic lights and he came over and he was curious about the play. So he asked us which country and we said Ghana. Then he goes like, Abedi Pele, our footballer? I said yes. This guy just turned on his sirens and gave us an escort out of town.
Now, the Ecobank Joy News Habitat Fair Clinic is moving to Tema and Takoradi, and exhibitors are excited about the decision. According to them, it will give residents in these areas the opportunity to also enjoy the experience while making good decisions on owning a home. Organizers came to this decision after a successful completion of the fair at the West Hills Mall. Listen to some of them expressing their excitement.
The second one that will be going on at Tema will also give us an avenue to reach out to those around Tema. So it's good news.
It will be interesting. I think this will be our first time in Tema and Takoradi. Tema is developing very fast, so that is the place to be. So we look forward to Tema. I'm really excited to go to Tema and Takoradi.
This is great news. Hearing this news from Joy News, it's very refreshing.
And those are exhibitors at the Ecobank Joy News Habitat Fair speaking to Joy News after a successful event at the West Hills Mall yesterday. And that's it for the bulletin. In our top story, Joy News uncovers documents revealing that the Cecilia Dapa missing cash case was initially filed at a juvenile court, but no amount was specified as stolen. Business is next on the Super Morning Show.
Papa, see that? And it's Rickety car. Hey, Papa! Bobo! Papa! Bobo, so how's your engine now? It is half man, half amazing. Thanks to Quartz and you can feel better energy. Can't touch this. Actually, guys, so Sancho's engine just died like that? Yes, so somebody managed to convince him that there is a better engine oil than Quartz, and he switched. Sancho Panzapa. Now, which engine oil can be better than Quartz? No other, my guy. Quartz with its age-resistant technology, it keeps your engine younger for longer. Now you know. Have you guys seen the new bottle design? It's superb. Quartz 9000 from Total Energies there improves fuel efficiency. Why do you think Mr. Mane and Logoso have taken the Quartz Nation Movement World Cup like that? Mr. Mane, sorry, Chairman. Hey, Quartz. Keep your engine younger for longer.
Okay. If I leave work now, I can beat traffic, get takeaways for dinner with the girls, and be on time to pick up Sam and his mom from the hospital. Proud to belong to ABSA.
We know that life is go, 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 and that it's hard to make time for the things that really count. That's why with ABSA's digital channels, you can bank when, where, and how you want, so you can focus on what or who is important to you. Get things done simply with our digital channels. That's Africanacity, that's ABSA.
Your preferred retirement partner, Apex Trustee, offers you an unmatched pension administration service that guarantees a cheerful life of retirement for both formal and informal sector workers. Our Progress Occupational Pension Scheme, the Progress Provident Fund Scheme, and the Progress Personal Pension Scheme will help you achieve financial peace of mind during retirement. Apex Trustee provides employer-sponsored schemes, including staff welfare schemes, seeking to outsource the day-to-day administration of their second-tier occupational pension and third-tier provident fund schemes. Start the quality lifestyle journey you envisage for your retirement now. Call us on 0504 368048 or 0256 793330. Apex Trustee, a joyous retirement begins here.
Charlie, that be the sound you hear when things make hot. I'm sure this is not battery, just cash flow. Laja no day. It is safe to say we are all facing challenging times. We are all wondering how we are going to lighten our financial burdens. Nowhere cool. But don't worry. With a little help from your trusted bank, Societe Generale Ghana, be fine. Societe Generale Ghana is making all its customers happy with the Yatiso Loans promo. In fact, SG Ghana customers and even non-customers who are on the controller and accountant general payroll can enjoy access to our amazing discounted loans. Don't waste time. Get your loan today. Step into a branch or call 0302-214-314 to get the ball rolling. Terms and conditions apply. Remember, promotion ends on 7th August 2023. Societe Generale Ghana. The future is you.
You worry. Just be happy. Don't you worry.
Pay attention, all my Africans and African Americans in the diaspora, plus my white brothers and sisters. What if I told y'all the most trusted real estate company in Ghana, Sukasa, would like to take y'all on a nationwide tour, highlighting prime real estate and investment opportunities. Sukasa builds affordable luxury homes with 2, 3, 4 bedrooms. Come get the real value for your money, plus they have very convenient payment policies with 100% guaranteed cash back. This fully gated or grants and communities include malls, cinemas, and all social amenities, plus 24-hour security. All you gotta do is sign up for the tour for a measly couple $1,000 and come see what could be yours in real life. The African dream is alive. Contact Sukasa on 030-296-0865 or 055-369-7886 at Sukasa GH on all social media platforms. Email info@sukasa.com.gh. The Sukasa experience is also bringing on board a bunch of other property developers, which means patrons get a variety of options to buy from. This is powered by Government of Ghana, Beyond and Return Secretariat, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Ministry of Works and Housing, Diaspora Affairs, the Office of the President, British High Commission, and the UK Chamber of Commerce. Media partners, Joy FM, City FM, Peace FM, Business and Financial Times, Graphic Online, and many more. Sukasa, building on trust.
Come with me.
Welcome to the Visa Summer Experience. Enjoy offers from merchants worldwide. Get your Visa. Explore the world with complimentary travel insurance. Relax in premium airport lounges worldwide. Check in with exotic hotel deals. Relish sweet deals on restaurants. Fuel your adventure with discounted car rentals. And if you want to shop online, we've got offers for you too. There's so much for every traveler. Visit africa.visa.com today.
What a shock.
Bafusno.
Morning.
How was your weekend?
Well, I spent most of my weekend here, so.
Oh, kafra.
Yeah.
Actually, I worked yesterday as well.
Oh.
Yeah. For 3 hours, I was at the Habitat Fair.
Oh, okay.
It was good,
oh,
man.
Nice.
Lots of people came through. Yeah, in fact, I think even the head of the NHIA, Dr. Okuboy, was there. Yeah, he came through with his family, and people were very interested in the stuff we had to offer. Really nice. Yeah.
And we are headed for Tema and Takoradi. Oh, exciting.
Oh yeah. Go be. So you were here doing what? Business. I heard you do the bulletin the midday, I think.
Yeah, Saturday. One of those days. I think it was every day on the weekend. Yeah.
Well, this is the punishment you get for being good at your job. If you were some Sankwas guy, nobody would have given you the whole weekend to look after us.
All right. So this debt exchange thing, is it a punishment? Would you consider that for being good?
As for that one.
Or what for being good?
They've joined the thing, and the interesting reasons they are giving that they'll be assured liquidity, from government of Ghana, Kenufuriata's government of Ghana, assured.
Why do you
liquidity. Doubt? Anyway, go and ask the Bank of Ghana. They'll tell you a few things. They'll tell you a few things about assured liquidity. How much debt are they claiming to have written off?
Who?
The Bank of Ghana. How much did they
for
lend
the government?
Yes, how much did they lend to
government? That's about the 32 point something
Thank you
billion.
very much.
Yeah.
Assured liquidity.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But so organized labor has agreed to participate in the second round of DDP. Okay.
Yeah. Also, the kids are gearing up for the BEC.
Oh, today?
Yes.
Do you remember your experience?
I wrote O levels and A levels, but I mean, I suppose the experience is the same, right? When you're getting ready for the exam,
I remember mine.
You've written your mocks, and then you're getting ready for the real thing.
It was a big deal.
And then you're asking yourself, "Hey, Charlie, questions everybody gets very concerned about which part of the 1,000 things you've been taught will actually turn up in the exam."
It was my year. We had to write twice because of the leakage.
It was you guys. It was you guys. The deadly leaky cauldron.
Oh, Charlie.
Hey, wahala.
But I hope that is behind us. And
look, it has to be.
Yeah.
And that's part of what we'll talk about today. How exam malpractice has become so expected that people can even, officials can even announce intentions to search private parts.
Hey.
Yeah. You remember that? You saw that headline, right?
Yeah.
I mean, come on. But it's because malpractice has become so common.
That's
right?
true.
I mean, I'm not excusing it because that was a horrible thing for adults to say about children. But, you know, it also highlights the horrible reality we're facing.
Exactly.
Right? So today we'll talk about that. Also, there are some 300,000 kids missing. Yeah. If you want to know more about that, you stay tuned.
I'm lost.
300,000 missing children. Where are they? Where are they?
Where are they?
Yo. Ghana we day. Anyway, the 6 a.m. news was brought to us by Total Energies. Total, we go the extra mile for you. And Absa Bank Ghana Limited, helping you find a way to get things done. Now, let's talk about how a poorly maintained car engine can age faster. I think we all know this. But look, with the specially formulated quartz engine oil, which has age resistance technology, all of this is a thing of the past. Optimal performance is your portion. And of course, your engine's protection is improved against mechanical wear by up to 74%, even under extreme temperatures and pressures. Choose Quartz from Total Energies. Okay, that's the engine oil that keeps your engine running efficiently and effectively. Quartz, keep your engine younger for longer. All right. Let's start cooking on gas with the Joy Business Report, brought to you by Glyco Life Travel Insurance. Glyco, we cushion you for life.
Hi, good morning. Welcome to the Joy Business Report. Coming up, government T-bill sale falls short of target marginally as interest rates surge on the money market. Also, Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta justifies controversial remark, "We've turned the corner," insisting the worst is behind us. Plus, Ecobank Ghana remains biggest bank in Ghana in 2022 with a market share of 13.58%. We hear from the 2023 Ghana Banking Survey report. Stay with us for details. My name is Darryl Carl. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to our friends listening on KTU Radio, Koforidua. First up, government treasury bill sale fell short of target marginally as interest rates continue to surge on the money market. According to the auction result published by the Bank of Ghana, the government secured 2.179 billion cedis as against a target of 2.261 billion cedis. Here's more in this report.
The T-bills sale fell short of the target by 3.6%. Majority of the bids came from the 91-day T-bill as 1.384 billion cedis of the bids were tendered. All the bids were accepted by the Treasury or government. For the 182-day bill, about 649.39 million cedis of the bids were tendered, in which all the bids were accepted. About 145.02 million cedis were, however, gotten from the sale of the 364-day bill. Meanwhile, interest rates continue to surge, albeit marginally on the money market. According to the auction results, the 91-day yield went up to 25.57% from the previous 25.24%. That of the 182-day bill also increased by 0.14% to 27.28%. Again, the one-year bill inched up to 30.49% from 30.30% the past week.
That was a business desk report. Now, Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta has justified the controversial remark of "we've turned the corner" with respect to the stability of the economy. The Finance Minister has come under criticism from some economists and civil society groups over his statement. Now, speaking on GTV's Talking Point program last night, Mr. Ofori-Atta insisted progress made so far support his stance.
Not needing a supplementary budget is the beginning of the indication of how things. And then there were other factors, in terms of the growth that we experience. Policy that government and the Bank of Ghana was effecting. Then we look at the end, we see where inflation has petered down to 42.5. The past 2 months has ticked up because of inflation. But however, from 54 in December to 42.5 is a clear indication. Then more significantly, we have also seen that the currency has essentially stabilized. Certainly from my peer ministers of the issue of queues and food shortages in their countries, in other African countries, we have been able to have somehow.
Okay.
So when you look at the quality of that, you then begin to ask, okay, I mean, compared to where we were just as a country and where we are today, which in my view ended up with what I called we have turned the corner.
You heard the Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta. Now, the Bank of Ghana has vowed to strictly enforce the zero financing of government, as any breach could affect the country's program with the IMF. The central bank at the beginning of this year commenced the zero financing of government's budget as part of the IMF program. However, based on the liquidity challenges facing the government, there are fears that the central bank could go back to this program. But Director of Research, Dr. Philip Abredu-Otu, says this will not happen.
If we go against that zero financing, it will have implications for the IMF program implementation, and that might create all sorts of problems for us regarding the triggering of other flows associated with the completion of each IMF review. We would have missed that critical target. It will become big news. It could flip into other things as we move along. For the first 7 months of the year, we've respected that zero financing.
There hasn't even been 1,000 Ghana cedis or even 100 Ghana cedis support to government to balance the books or to meet a liquidity challenge.
No, absolutely no. We'll still stand our ground.
And that is being done.
That is being done. Full assurance.
You had Director of Research at the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Philip Abredu-Otu. Now, despite the effect of the domestic debt exchange program on consumer confidence, Ecobank Ghana remained the biggest bank in Ghana in 2022 with a market share of 13.58%. According to the 2023 Ghana Banking Survey by accounting and auditing firm PwC, its market share in terms of the banking industry share of deposits was better than the 11.93% recorded in 2021. There is more in this report.
GCB Bank placed second, but lost some market share in terms of the industry's deposits. In 2022, its market share stood at 10.87%, slightly lower than the 11.43% recorded in 2021. From a trend analysis, GCB Bank has been losing its market share since 2017. The third, fourth and fifth positions were occupied by Stanbic Bank Ghana, Absa Bank Ghana and Consolidated Bank Ghana. Indeed, Consolidated Bank Ghana improved its position and overtook Fidelity Bank to fifth place from sixth place in 2021, although its total percentage of deposits to the industry deposits decreased in 2022. At the end of 2022, the other banks in the top 10 of industry deposits were Fidelity Bank, Zenith Bank, StanChart, Access Bank, and Cal Bank. Again, Ecobank Ghana maintained its position as the bank with the biggest loans and advances in the industry last year. Its share of industry loans was 14.7%. Meanwhile, the banking sector saw a jump in deposits growth by more than double the growth recorded in 2021.
Let's move on to other stories. The National Petroleum Authority says Ghanaians without the Ghana card risk not partaking in the cylinder recirculation model program. And according to the authority, this is to help in the traceability of the cylinders by exchange point dealers. Deputy Chief Executive of the MPA, Perry Okudzeto, explains that this is an investment by a bottling company, hence the move would serve the interests of Ghanaians across the country. He was speaking at a media engagement.
Because the cylinders have been an investment by a bottling plant, we need to know at every point in time who has it. So it's a simple registration process. You go to an exchange point, you identify yourself, they take your details, and you must have a valid, when you go to a bank to cash a check, present a Ghana card. If you go to an exchange point, you present a Ghana card. The Ghana card has all your details, has your location, where you live and all of that on it, so that we can have, or the exchange point can have data and there can be traceability in case the cylinder goes and for 1 year it doesn't come back.
You had Perry Okudzeto, his Deputy Chief Executive Office of the National Petroleum Authority. Now you had Kojo and I talk about the just ended Ecobank Joy News Habitat Fair, where exhibitors have expressed satisfaction about the impact of the program on their business, with organizers planning to hold other mini clinics at Tema and Takoradi before the main event in November. The exhibitors also welcomed the move, adding this would increase access to markets.
We know that Accra is the business hub for the whole of Ghana, yes? That doesn't mean that these up-and-coming cities won't eventually become good marketplaces for business. So you start early, you tap into the market, you create promotion. In a few years, it will benefit everybody who's involved. It's a good idea.
We are trusting that the main event will be great. Things have been quite slow, but we hope that in November, things would have picked up, and then many people will come, inquire, and go ahead to purchase.
I think this is amazing. I mean, Joy has always been at, creating opportunities for SMEs, business people, and giving opportunities for also, people in the real estate company, even individuals building, to take options and look at what is available in the market. So I believe that this is a very good chance for people like myself that are looking at also building or buying. The option to build or buy is always a concept that we have to deal with. So I believe this is a very good thing that Joy is doing. And going to Tema for the first time or Takoradi is going to be amazing.
I think this is an amazing feat, and I'm hoping and praying that as the years go by, we'll be able to have it in every region in the country.
All right, those were some experts from the second clinic of the EcoBank Joy News Habitat Fair. Be on the lookout for what's next. Well, this just in, the country's fiscal risk is moderating on the back of expenditure control. That's according to research firm IC Research. Fiscal execution in the first 5 months of 2023 revealed ongoing adjustments in line with the International Monetary Fund program target and indicates a steady moderation in the fiscal risk, albeit still elevated. IC Research said its review of the fiscal numbers showed that the better-than-expected non-interest deficit was aided by a suppression in primary expenditure within the context of enforcing structural reforms to rationalize spending. Let's head to the stocks now. Shares of Fan Milk, Societe Generale, and Standard Chartered Bank are expected to dominate the equity market this week. Let's take a look at what this week is going to look like on the stock exchange. Here's Grace Munayom of Data Bank Research.
Trading activity on the stock market closed encouragingly last week as gains in 3 equities caused the market indices to claw back some losses. The Ghana Stock Exchange Composite Index advanced 5.31% weekly to extend its year-to-date gains to 27.97%, whereas the Data Bank Stock Index picked up 4.14% weekly to record a year-to-date increase of 15.44%. On price movement, Guinness Ghana gained 25 pesos to 2 cedis 80 pesos, while MTN Ghana went up 12 pesos to 1 cedi 55 pesos. Additionally, Societe Generale closed 7 pesos higher to 80 pesos. On Outlook, we expect the prices of Fan Milk, Standard Chartered Bank, and Societe Generale to rise due to observed market demand. For Joy Business Reports, Grace Monanyon of Data Bank Research.
Thank you, Grace. The markets, as we conclude this morning, on the currency market, the dollar going for 11 cedis 58 pesos on the forex or retail market, the pound going for 14 cedis 85 pesos, the euro 12 cedis 58 pesos. On the commodity market, crude oil selling at $86 a barrel, gold lost more than $3, open trading at $1,936 an ounce. Cocoa went up by $4 trading this morning at $3,498 a ton. More news on our website, myjoyonline.com/business. My name is Daryl Kwab. Thanks for listening. Did you see that crude oil $86 a barrel?
Yes.
Are we headed for a tipping point? I don't know.
Well, it looks like it should come down so that
I know you're so interested.
Very, very interested in that. You understand?
Because the city is sort of mixed stable, but
yeah, it's okay.
When this starts to happen, then the fuel prices.
And we're still not enjoying the benefits of the city's, small appreciation. Anyway, Daryl, thank you.
All right.
Very much. But look, things must get better.
They must. Thank
you very much, Daryl Kwab, for joining us with the Joy Business Report. Now time for our inspirational song for today. And it's brought to us by Duraplus Ghana Limited, producers of quality PVC and HDPE pipes and water tank. Where Duraplus goes, water flows. And today's inspirational song is DJ Khaled's God Did.
It breaks my heart.
This song really inspires me. On my way to work, I play it in my car. It gingers me up. God did. And, oh yes, he did, didn't he? Mama V, good to see you.
Good to see you too, Kojo. Good morning, guys.
How was your weekend?
It was really good. It was really good.
You're looking all legally spruced up and everything. Yes, Clark 1. All right. Well, anyway, let's get into it. Lots to do today.
Yes, our Drive Safe campaign is brought to you by Joe News and Multimedia Group. It's supported by Toyota. Superior quality. Avoid all distractions, particularly if you use the Nsawam Accra Road, the Nsawam Ofanko stretch, because of the construction. I mean, I can't imagine that they're fixing both sides of the road at the same time. It's creating terrible traffic, and it rains almost every day on that stretch. So please remember to avoid all distractions, keep both eyes on the road, and make way for the next person, please.
Let's learn how to say it right now. Brought to us by Kingdom Books. At Kingdom, quality and affordability are their hallmarks, and Societe Generale Bank Ghana, the future is you.
Something must be done.
You say either. I say either.
We're only 7 days into the month of August. Oh Lord, when will this payday be? Anyway, while we wait for this month's bank alert, let's take a moment to note that the word is month, not menth. M-O-N-T-H. Month, not menth. There is no E in the word month. So there is no conceivable way for the sound to find its way in there. So let's all be advised, okay? Life is hard enough without such horrific crimes against pronunciation. It's month, not menth. When will this payday be?
Let's call it all.
There we go. Okay, I like this one, menth.
Menth.
And I hear that all the time.
And it's even worse when instead of the TH at the end, people pronounce it with F at the end. So menth.
Yeah. You can understand them. No, you can understand them. I mean, you're actually lucky they didn't say month. Or meant,
Meant.
Because you can understand them. I mean, the sound is not found in our local language. It's a difficulty for all of us. We're learning how to say it right.
But the us sound is in our language. So it should be month and not menth.
Exactly. So you'd ask yourself, where did they get that from?
It's a good question.
But that's a subject of research. I'm sure somebody may have done that already.
They should do it for us, please.
So we'll find out. Anyway, let's get into the newspaper review.
Let's do it. It's brought to us by First Atlantic Bank, refreshingly different, and Syntex Tank, a strong, a tough.
All right, let me start with the Daily Guide newspaper. On the front page, Gabi slams Ablakwa over West Blue contracts. Bekwai DC daughter's autopsy today. I'm sure you all follow the strange incidents. Rather strange. It was so unexpected that the DCE of Bekwai's daughter had died. There were initial reports of gunshots and strangling, but according to the story, police say they did not find any marks, and so the autopsy now today would reveal the real cause of death. And then Ibrahim Ajay promises Ledger Kuku recapture. He's contested again. Baumia storms Akufo-Addo's backyard for votes. NPP will continue to invest in the youth. That's how the front page of the paper looks like. And then on the back page, Arsenal did pick up something. They beat City for the Community Shield.
Great. Let's get to the Business and Financial Times. Pay your taxes to help revive economy. Revolutionizing LPG access. The NPA rolls out cylinder recirculation model in September, and government to launch public-private initiative to fuel economic recovery and will support private sector to stimulate growth. Ken Oforiatta assures, and City's cause looks favorable despite near-term reserve threats.
The Finder newspaper is reporting some 600,714 candidates will start BEC today, but a concern for us here on the Super Morning Show is this finding that has revealed that some 600,000 will not be writing the exam, because if you go back to 2012, there were some 906,000 pupils who enrolled in KG1, but not all of them will be sitting the exam today.
Yeah, so 300,000 missing.
300,000.
We'll find out where they are.
All right, Dan Boche tips Dr. Baumia as MPP's best strategic choice for 2024. President is not revealing his choice, but his ministers are. MPA commence cylinder circulation module in September. Achieving modern economy will fulfill vision of founding fathers, says the president, and surviving NPP founders in Ashanti region interact with Dr. Akoto. Is that a signal that they support his candidature? I guess we wait to see. That's how the front page of the Finder paper looks like.
And the Daily Graphic says Cabinet approves lithium policy. It covers other green minerals. No need to own cylinder. Pick up, pay for content. And music festival in support of pediatric cure launched. Report bribe-taking court officials. Chief Justice urges public. And BECE begins today. 602,457 sit examination. And on that note, could you let's get on to the phone lines, because we're joined by John Kapi, who is Head of Public Affairs of the West African Examination Council.
All right, Mr. Kapi, thank you very much for making the time to speak to us. Of course, with the BECs kicking off today, no doubt your preparations are at a height. Talk us through how you're mobilizing across the country for these exams.
Okay. Well, good morning, and thank you for having me. So far, we've deployed our officers across the country. We have about 2,137 examination centers across the country. So we are in every district, we are in every region. We have our officers with all the codes at the various places. We have also ensured that we have tight police security at our depots. And at all the examination centers, we're going to have monitors who would ensure that there's sanity everywhere examinations are taking place.
Right. Now, malpractice is a big issue. In recent years, it's been cropping up all the time. What's WIAC's strategy this year to ensure we don't have some of the horrifying reports we've had in the past?
Well, the strategy that we've adopted this year is that we have deployed some personnel recruited by the council to monitor some of the malpractice-prone areas. We've also engaged the services of, we are working in collaboration actually with the NIB, the National Investigative Bureau, and then we're also working with our own personnel that we have deployed in the field to ensure that we're able to curb these malpractices. Besides that, we've appealed to all supervisors, all invigilators. Because when it comes to malpractice, it's a collective responsibility of all of us to ensure that, you know, we prevent whatever happens that is not acceptable at the examination centers.
So, I mean, earlier we had talks about how you're going to search, students to ensure that nobody carries foreign materials. Some have actually, speculated that you want to search even private parts. Is that your plan?
Absolutely not. We, as a council, encourage a thorough search of every single candidate who is taking our examination. But we also have at the back of our minds that the rights of the children must be upheld. And so we have male teachers searching male students and female teachers searching female students. The issue about private parts, no. WIAC doesn't have any such policy to search the private parts of any examination candidate.
Okay. Now, you had complained earlier also about funds, the fact that government had not released the funds early. Part have been released. Do you have enough funds to conduct the exam?
Well, so far for BEC 2023, that is for this year, we received about 10,500,000 Ghana cedis from the government. That's about 15% of the total payment due. There are processes that we go through, for example, from printing all the way to the release of results. So for now, we've been able to print. We are conducting, but for marking and processing, we may not be able to complete that because we need more funds. But the government has assured us that they are going to release more funds for us to be able to complete the process.
Mr. Kapi, how about paying invigilators?
So that is part of the process. Of course, we conduct the exam, and afterwards we compile the names of the invigilators and prepare for payment. But then we will need extra funds from the government to be able to pay them. For those who did the job for us in 2022, we've paid every single one of them for now.
So today, the children will write religious and moral education and English language. Per the instruction, you say each subject will be taken at one sitting without a break. Can you please explain that?
Well, for each of the papers, there are two parts, the objective test and then the written test. Each paper will last for about an hour and 45 minutes. So for religious and moral education, yes, they will start, and then they will complete the entire paper before they rise, and then there's a break between the first paper and the second paper.
Is this the first time that you'll be practicing this?
No, this has been the practice over the period.
Well, Mr. Kapi, obviously you guys have a very busy morning ahead of you, so we'll leave you to it. But we'll stay in touch because we want to know how things progress. All the very best to you and your team.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having us.
Thank you too, and all the best to all the young ones who are facing these exams today. The first big national exam for many kids across the country. But listen, you need to relax, calm down.
Yeah, it can be nerve-wracking, right?
It
Even
can
for
be.
adults.
It can be, but
and
it shouldn't be.
This will be their first major exam.
Yeah, it can be, but it ought not be.
Yeah.
You just need to understand.
Anxious for nothing.
Yes, at this point, you've done everything that you can in terms of acquiring information. Now all you have to do is put it out, and you need to be calm in order to do that. Calm and relaxed.
And you know, when I moderated a conversation about the grading system of the BEC, one thing was very instructive. The fact that yes, you may get a 9, but it doesn't, I mean, they tell you that it doesn't mean that you failed. Okay? Now the grading system of the BEC is such that it's the highest, higher, high, and it keeps going down, because we're using a star 9 system, where the top 4% will get 1. So you can actually get 90 and get 2. So for all of you who are going to write the exams, bear in mind that, look, yes, you have studied, you may get 1, you may get 2, but it doesn't mean that you didn't pass.
Right.
Okay? Because, look, let me just go through the star 9 system so that the young ones would appreciate this. The first 4% will get 1. The second 7%, so after the 4%, the next 7% will get 2. Then the next 12% will get 3. Then the next the next 17% will get 4. Then the next 20% will get 5. And it goes down like that. So the last bit, which will get a 9. So you may get 5. You may get 6. You may get 4. That is your reality. You don't need to cheat. I mean, I remember years ago when we were going to say the BEC, we went singing "We Have Overcome." We were very happy, sitting our first exam. Singing, we have overcome, we shall overcome, we have overcome.
Absolutely.
Because our belief was that we had overcome the exam already. And we're going to go to secondary school. All of us went to secondary school. So please, like I told a young man whose father picked me up this morning, he told me, I have my son, I need to pick him up so he goes to write the exam. I told him, it's a phase in your life, you have prepared.
Yes.
Okay. Whatever happens, that's your reality.
That's it.
Don't go and cheat. Don't cheat.
And don't be tempted to cheat.
No, don't cheat.
Don't be tempted. Yeah.
Okay. I know in our part of the world, we focus so much on examination. Yes, it is important. It is your reality. Whatever you get, that's your reality. But it doesn't define you.
Absolutely.
In the end.
Yes.
You can always get up again.
Yeah.
All the best.
Yeah, all the best. All
Yeah,
the best. Make
we'll be
sure you
talking
have
more about this throughout the day.
your pens and your pencils.
Yeah.
These are everything that you need right now. You can go over your list and do your best. God will do the rest.
But you know, Mama V wrote the exam 25 years ago, and she has forgotten that in the first paper, which was English language, when she finished the section A objectives, she was asked to sit down. It's the same paper.
I don't even remember that.
I am telling you.
That's why I was
I'm telling you.
asking
It's the
Mr.
same.
Kapi.
No, it's the same paper. It's the same paper. You're asked to sit down. Don't flip to section B. Wait. They will take these, objective answer sheets, which you use a pencil in shading. Then when you are done, after 5 minutes, they give you your, sheets of paper which you can write on. Then they say, you may now turn to section B.
Okay, so I
Start
absolutely don't remember. So when I saw the instruction that there would not be a break, I was wondering.
There's no break. There's no break. You stay in the room, finish, then you go for a break, and then come back to write the next, the second paper.
Yeah.
It's like that.
If you're writing, you're hearing us this morning, you will be fine. We all went through it, and here we are today. Your parents did go through it, so you will be fine.
Okay, well, later we'll tell you how come there are 300,000 children missing from the BECE exams. We'll tell you what we mean by that later on the show. Right now, though, let's get to the online review, and it comes to us this morning, as always, by the kind courtesy of Zenith Bank in your best interest and Goyle Good Energy. Now, there's a picture here of actually, before I tell you about the picture.
What do you do when you run out of fuel in your vehicle? Do you just top up anywhere? Don't do that. Let's introduce you to the Good Energy family and why you must be part. Goyle Super XP Ron 95 and Diesel XP are the best quality fuels with high performance in town for your vehicle. Also, Goyle Super XP Ron 95 is a high-grade fuel sold at same price as normal fuel. Goyle Diesel XP is low in sulfur, making it an eco-friendly option for your vehicle. And with over 440 stations across the nation, you have no choice but to join the family that rewards you with quality for an energized driving experience. Goyle Good Energy. Goyle Yen Arayedim.
Let me say good morning to Dr. Promise Sefuga, who was my teacher, and just, we used to call him Teacher Promise. Tells me that I just reminded him of Dora Memorial School, where I had my JSS education.
We had him here on Friday.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, experience true convenience with a Zenith Visa or MasterCard today. Conveniently shop online, make payments at retail outlets, locally and internationally, and effect transactions on ATMs here in Ghana and abroad, all with your Zenith Visa or MasterCard. Don't just hear about this, experience it. Get your Zenith Visa or MasterCard today at any Zenith Bank branch and experience the true convenience of card payments. Zenith Bank, in your best interest.
All right. Now, I was talking about that picture on myjoyonline.com. It's a picture of the Vice President hugging Dan Butchie, who has endorsed him as the candidate. More details on myjoyonline.com. Right now, though, let's go for the BBC News, brought to us by Fidelity Bank, believe with us, and Log On Voice. Experience seamless business management.
For decades, we have helped businesses connect with their trade partners all over the globe. From Ghana to Burkina Faso, Cote d'Ivoire, Benin, Togo, Senegal, China, Morocco, France, Netherlands, and many other countries. We have made it possible to bring Ghana to the world. We have brought small and medium businesses closer to their customers across the regions in Ghana with our SME support facilities. We have brought relief and smiles to the faces of families with our employee personal loans. With our cutting-edge technology and digital support, we take the burden of complex thinking off you, making life simple. That is who we are, as close as a partner. Bank of Africa. We are indeed the African bank with the global reach.
Want to feel energized for more? Full
Fuel up with Super XP Ron 95 and Diesel XP high performance products from Goyle. Our high grade fuel comes at no extra cost, but with more power. And our Diesel XP, it's low in sulfur, making it an eco-friendly option for your vehicle. Experience high performance and quality with our products. Available everywhere. Choose Super XP Ron 95 and Diesel XP for an energizing driving experience. Goyle, good energy.
Nyamidua Apartments, the first master plan community in Ghana, is offering a 20% discount on all units. 2 and 3 bedroom apartments ready to move in today. Strategically located a short drive from the Tema Motorway roundabout towards Community 25. Call us now and the first 10 will get an additional 5% discount. Use the promo code Nyamidua23. Terms and conditions apply. Contact number 0551 435 555. Nyamidua Apartments. Affordable luxury homes for everyone.
Whether I'm passing by the food market, visiting the salon, or filling up my tank for a spontaneous adventure with old friends in a new city, when asked, cash or card, it's always card for me. I switched from cash to card for all my payments with MasterCard. Now I get to do what I enjoy with ease.
Switch from cash to card for all your payments with MasterCard. MasterCard, the secure and convenient way to pay.
No matter your water needs, Sintex has it all. Sintex Tank was first to introduce double layer tank, and now you can have as many layers as you want. Sintex Tank was first to introduce white inner layer tanks in Ghana, and now introduces the customer specs order, which will let you order any color and size you want. Sintex Tanks gives you the biggest warranty of 7 years, which no other tank gives you. So whatever your water consumption, size of project, or demand, choose Sintex Tank. Sintex Tank, stress-free. Sintex Tank, reliable. Sintex Tank, maximum guarantee. Call 0244 335 168, Kumasi 0505 555 666, or visit sintexgh.com. Sintex Tank, a strong, a tough.
Grum led to a business brainwave.
Next, it's Hard Talk. This is the BBC World Service, the world's radio station.
Coming up after the news from the BBC World Service, it's Hard Talk with me, Stephen Sacker. Ukraine sees itself locked in an existential struggle against Russian aggression. Already the conflict has lasted a year and a half, almost a decade if you trace it back to Moscow's first military moves in Crimea and the Donbass. What has the fight and the human cost of it done to Ukraine, to the spirit and morale of the people? Well, my guest is Andriy Klivnyuk, Ukrainian rock star turned armed defender.
I'm not killing any people. I'm not doing killings. I have to eliminate the international criminals out of my mom's garden. I have to push them back to where they came from. I don't want to kill anyone. They can just simply take their stuff and go back if they want to.
That's Andriy Klivnyuk on Hard Talk after the news.
Hello, I'm Emily Thomas with the BBC News. Cambodia's veteran Prime Minister Hun Sen has stepped down, handing over to his eldest son, Hun Manet. Hun Manet, who's 45, has served as the army commander but has little political experience. Jonathan Head said his room for manoeuvre is limited.
Hun Sen sits at the centre of a web of alliances with other business families that must be maintained. There are no real institutions. Hun Manet will have to keep fueling business opportunities and allowing the corruption to continue, because that's what basically makes the economy run. He's not going to be able to address those issues and issues of inequality with any kind of effectiveness early on. And he can't really open up to the opposition, because opposition parties in the past have been able to capitalise on popular discontent to threaten his father. It's not the kind of challenge that an inexperienced new Prime Minister will want.
The main opposition leader in India, Rahul Gandhi, has been reinstated as an MP following a Supreme Court decision to suspend his conviction in a defamation case. Yogita Lamaye reports.
The Supreme Court's order also means that Mr. Gandhi will be eligible to contest the general election due to be held next year. Mr. Gandhi had been found guilty of defamation by a court in Prime Minister Narendra Modi's home state, Gujarat, for comments he made in 2019 about Mr. Modi's surname. While suspending his conviction, the Supreme Court said that the Gujarat court had not adequately justified why he was given the maximum sentence, which affected not just his right to continue in public life, but also the rights of the people who elected him.
Lawyers for the jailed former Pakistani Prime Minister Imran Khan say they intend to lodge an appeal today at the Supreme Court. They say there were irregularities in Mr. Khan's conviction on Saturday that handed him a 3-year sentence for failing to register funds gained from selling state gifts. Rulings in other recent cases against him have brought Mr. Khan little relief, and it's unclear whether this latest appeal will succeed. The generals who've seized power in Niger have defied an ultimatum to reinstate the elected president or face possible armed intervention from other West African states. As the deadline set by their ECOWAS regional group passed, the military junta said it had closed Niger's airspace and was preparing to defend its territory. A spokesman claimed that preparations for war had begun in 2 unnamed African countries. Our correspondent Chris Iwoko is in northern Nigeria, near the border with Niger.
There is tension here. A lot of people here, they are expecting that any moment from now, a decision might be taken by the leaders of ECOWAS, and that decision nobody knows. But if they're going to take a decision relating to a military intervention, there is a possibility that Sokoto here, which has a military base, could be one of the places that military deployment could happen.
World News from the BBC. The British government has unveiled a new vaccine research facility where scientists are working to prevent future pandemics. It's located at Porton Down, a secretive military base in southwest England. Experts are developing vaccines against known illnesses, but they're also preparing for what they refer to as Disease X, the as yet unidentified virus that could cause the next global pandemic. Professor Isabel Oliver is the facility's chief scientific officer.
We've got in many respects the toughest job in the world, which is to protect health against infectious diseases and environmental hazards. And it is tough because we know that the risks of new and emerging infections, including those of pandemic potential, is increasing.
Scientists in the United States have achieved a net energy gain from nuclear fusion for a second time. The breakthrough was repeated at the Lawrence Livermore National Laboratory in California, producing a higher energy output than the first time in December. Nuclear fusion powers the sun, and scientists have been trying to develop it for decades in the hope of producing abundant clean energy. The Kenyan government says it will carry out spot checks on private care homes after a BBC investigation uncovered evidence of mistreatment of vulnerable residents at one such facility near Nairobi. Secret filming by BBC Africa Eye showed staff members physically mistreating residents, dumping food directly on tables without any plates, and leaving medical conditions untreated. The facility's manager denied the allegations. The organisers of the World Scout Jamboree in South Korea have ended the event early because of an incoming typhoon. They say the government notified them that it was no longer safe to hold the event that had attracted more than 40,000 youngsters. Several countries pulled out at the weekend after hundreds of scouts fell ill from high temperatures and alleged poor sanitary conditions. BBC News.
Welcome to Hard Talk on the BBC World Service.
You've started your small business and have all these big dreams, but then reality strikes and there are so many things to do at once. What you need is the Ejapa account from Fidelity Bank. The Ejapa account gives your business a boost. It comes with a range of payment and cash collection options such as GHQR, mobile money collection, and mobile teller cash collection. You will also enjoy prompt FX supply, competitive interest rate on loans, and free annual insurance cover of up to 48,000 Ghana cedis for your business, plus a waiver on service fees. It's time to do good business with Fidelity Bank.
Dial *776*0# or visit www.fidelitybank.com.gh to sign up for a Fidelity Ejapa account today, because together we are more. Terms and conditions apply.
Fidelity Bank, believe with us.
It's time to go beyond what your traditional financial apps can do. Introducing Cowry, the only digital financial app you will ever need. Experience Cowry, the way to pay. Send, move your money in quick, easy steps at the best rates on the market. Buy. Top up your airtime and data twice as fast as you normally do. Pay. Step out of the cash queue. Pay for any product or service when you need to. Enjoy it faster. And now, manage. Experience a new way of managing your money. Understand how and when your money moves. You can rely on Cowry every day. Download Cowry from your Google Play Store or App Store. Experience Cowry, the way to pay.
The search for a distinctive university to attend is now over. I introduce you to Heritage Christian College, located at Amasaman behind the Olympic Stadium, affiliated to KNUST and UCC and accredited by the Ghana Tertiary Education Commission.
The university offers Bachelor of Business Administration programs with options in accounting with computing, marketing, accounting, human resource management, business information technology management, entrepreneurship and technology innovation, Bachelor of Science courses in information technology and information security, nursing, and a Bachelor of Theology. We offer student entrepreneurship training with financial support.
The entry qualifications include WASSCE, SSCE, GBCE, HND, and diploma in relevant fields. Mature entrants can also come if they are 25 years and above.
We also offer 12-month Master of Science programs in accounting and taxation, accounting and finance, and human resource management.
Contact us on 0547 777 731.
Heritage Christian College, a university educating compassionate entrepreneurial leaders.
Welcome to the Visa Summer Experience. Enjoy offers from merchants worldwide. Get your Visa. Explore the world with complimentary travel insurance. Relax in premium airport lounges worldwide. Check in with exotic hotel deals. Relish sweet deals on restaurants. Fuel your adventure with discounted car rentals. And if you want to shop online, we've got offers for you too. There's so much for every traveler. Visit africa.visa.com today.
He's up bright and early, serving your premium morning radio show. The Morning Man. It's the Morning Man, Kojo Jackson.
I feel like falling in love.
So it turns out that some tracking has been done. Okay, this cohort that are about to write the BECE at kindergarten age, there were about 900,000 of them who joined in the same year, okay? About 900,000. Now, BEC time Aswan, only 600,000 of them are registered to write the exam. That means 300,000 of them have disappeared from the education system. Like, where are they? Because up until BEC, there's no exam to eliminate you from the education system. There's no reason why you wouldn't progress to the next level. But 300,000 of them are not there. They are not there. Where are they? Today we get into it on the Super Morning Show. Not only that, we're also going to try and find out what exactly changed the minds of the pension holders and what has made them decide that AFEDIE, they will take part in the domestic debt exchange program. One of the reasons they are citing is that there will be assured liquidity from government of Ghana. Assured liquidity. They should go and ask BOG how assured their liquidity is. Anyway, we'll be talking about that. We'll find out what exactly is behind their about face, if you will. Also, the ECOWAS deadline has come and gone. So what's going to happen? Is there going to be some incursion? Stay tuned. We'll find out this and more on today's show.
Wake up to joy, joy, joy. Sunshine and joy in the morning time. Wake up to the Super Morning Show. Yeah. Wake up to joy, 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 joy in the morning. Yeah. If you're turning on your radio, go for some joy in the morning on the Super Morning Show. Welcome to the Joy Super Morning Show.
And here's some exciting news. The Ghana Institute of Management and Public Administration, GIMPA, is organizing an in-person open house for prospective applicants, parents, and guardians. This event offers an exceptional learning experience for prospective applicants to have an opportunity to interact with the faculty to gain valuable insight into their programs. The event is scheduled to take place on Friday, 11th of August, 2023, from 10 a.m. through to 5 p.m. at the WAC Park, Green Hill, GIMPA, Accra. Just walk in at your convenience anytime from 10 a.m. till 5 p.m. when the event ends, and have all your questions on their programs answered, while you also look at the beautiful environment that they have there. Great learning environment at GIMPA.
All right, now the Sukasa Ogranson Community's affordable luxury housing project is now rolling out its affordable housing units on sale. So you get 3-bedroom units with an outhouse starting from $97,500. Or the prevalent city equivalent. You also get 4-bedroom units with an outhouse starting from $195,000 or the prevalent city equivalent. You get various convenient payment options to go with it, and the projects are presently in East Legon Hills and Ayi Mensa sites. So go check out their office, which is on Lagos Avenue in East Legon. Call them on 030-296-0865 or send a WhatsApp to 055-369-7886 for your enquiries. You can also reach them via email. It's info@sukasa.com.gh. They're also on social media as Sukasa GH. Sukasa, building on trust.
And Toyota Ghana is offering free vehicle diagnosis for all Toyota and Lexus models. And the date is this weekend, this Saturday, 12th of August, at all Toyota Ghana branches in Accra.
But you're free,
and Tema. Free diagnosis for all Toyota and Lexus models. So if you drive a Toyota...
Or a Lexus.
Yes, sir.
Mama B, is your car a Lexus?
No. Do you want to upgrade?
Do I want to upgrade you to a Lexus?
That won't be bad. All right, listen. So if you qualify, affordable oil change using Toyota Genuine Motor Oil, thorough 60-point inspection-free diagnostics, discounted genuine Toyota spare parts and lubricant, vehicle valuation for a trade-in or cashback deal, and Toyota Global Airbag Recall Campaign inspections, all happening on this date, Saturday, 12th of August, at Toyota branch in Accra or Tema. So take advantage of this. Please call Toyota Ghana for more details on this on 0302 429-801-5. Toyota, superior quality.
Now for the laundry drop-off, the grocery pickup, the lunch sit-down or the tank fill-up, when asked cash or card, it's always card for me. I have switched from cash to card for all my payments with MasterCard.
Now, Heritage Christian College is a university set up to provide a missing link in tertiary education. They're affiliated to KNUST, accredited by GTech, and here are their degree programs. BBA programs, the options are accounting with computing, accounting, marketing, human resource management, and business information technology management. Also BSc nursing, BSc information technology, BSc information security, and BA theology. They're offering 12-month specialized master's degree programs as well. MSc accounting and taxation, accounting and finance, human resource management, and they have professional courses: ICA, CIMG, CIHRM, ICM UK, and media short courses as well. What makes them unique, we always talk about this, is the entrepreneurship training, which comes with financial support. They've got the one student, one laptop, terms and conditions applicable to that. Affordable and flexible fee structure. Scholarships also available. To enter, you must have a WASI or ABCE or GBCE, also HND or diploma, mature student 25 years and above. Here's a number to dial for the online serial number: *789 *300 #. You can visit hcuc.edu.gh to apply. They are located in they are actually at Amasaman, behind the Olympic Stadium. Kindly call them on 020-229-8399 or 054-777-731, or visit the website hcuc.edu.gh. Heritage Christian College, remember, a university training compassionate entrepreneurial leaders.
All right, so by now this should be in your browser because we've had enough fights about it. KingdomStoreOnline.com.
That's right.
That's right. So listen, Monday morning, just go and check out what they've added, the new stuff that has been put on there, the new prices that they've published, the new deals that they are doing, and pick up something for the kids. BEC, some new pens and something to give the kids confidence as they go into these exams. Yeah, it's all available to you, and you can obviously have it delivered to your home or office in good time. If you live in Accra or Tema, you get free delivery. Terms and conditions do apply, and you can pay via Momo across all networks. At Kingdom, quality and affordability are their hallmarks.
Was your shopping list long like mine, but you've got no cash? Here's good news. SG Ghana is here to sort you out with its Pay and Earn Visa Cashback promotion. Simply pay for all your shopping with your SG Ghana Visa card at your favorite shops, and you will get an attractive cashback for even more shopping. Move fast and look sharp. Start shopping today. If you're not a customer, then please sign up now and get a card. Call 0302-214-314 to find out. Promotion ends in September 2023. Remember, with Société Générale Ghana, the future is you. Terms and conditions apply.
All right, then. Are we ready for the nutrition line from Nestle? I'm sure we are. And it's brought to us by Nestle, offering good food for a good life.
Having your baby try out different tastes and flavors isn't just about giving them a change of taste. This helps to develop their palate and prepares them better for accepting varieties of adult food as they grow. So go ahead and try any of our 6 Cerelac variants, that is wheat, maize, rice, biscuity, fruit pieces, and millet. Remember, each bowl of Cerelac contains goodness that helps your child's normal growth and development. Cerelac, it's all good, Mum. This advert is FDA approved.
This is Nestle Nutrition Line. Nestle Nutrition Line is a public service program from Nestle Ghana Limited. Nestle Nutrition Line offers tips on good food for a good life. Now to your presenter.
Hello, good morning. Full of hope and brightness, we come to touch your day. This is Nestle Nutrition Line. I'm Jackie Ankra, also known as Na Ajilisoa. I hope you're well, life treating you kindly, plenty of money in your pocket, and ready for a great day. Did you know that there are different kinds of breast milk that a mother produces and that it changes as the baby grows? Immediately after birth, colostrum is the first breast milk produced. It is either yellowish or creamy in color and is high in protein, fat-soluble vitamins, minerals, and immune system builders for the baby. 2 to 4 days after birth, colostrum will be replaced by transitional milk. Transitional milk is thin and white and contains high quantities of fat, calories, protein, and vitamins. It lasts for about 2 weeks and contains more calories than colostrum. Mature milk is the final milk that is produced. 90% of it is water to hydrate the baby. The other 10% is made up of carbohydrates, proteins, and fats. There are 2 types of mature milk: fore milk and hind milk. Fore milk. This is what is present when a mother begins to feed her baby and has more water, vitamins, and protein. Hind milk. This comes after a period of sucking by the baby and has more fat than fore milk, which is necessary for the weight gain of the baby. This is why you should let your baby empty one breast before switching to the other, else your baby will only get the fore milk in both breasts and not the hind. I hope you've learned something beneficial, something that you can apply for a healthier, longer life and a happier, bouncier baby. As always, we're standing by to hear from you. Your feedback is precious, as you are. So do please reach out and let's have some conversations about health and wellness. 0302 517 020 or 0302 211-880, Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Toll free 0800 12001, Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to midnight. Weekends and holidays, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. To WhatsApp, SMS or call 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. The numbers are 0593 845697, 0593 845649, 0593 845708. You can also send an email to consumerservices@gh.nestle.com. As you go out into the day, we wish you everything you need for a successful, fruitful, peaceful, joyful, beautiful, wonderful day. Bye.
Having your baby try out different tastes and flavors isn't just about giving them a change of taste. This helps to develop their palate and prepares them better for accepting varieties of adult food as they grow. So go ahead and try any of our 6 Cerelac variants, that is wheat, maize, rice, biscuity, fruit pieces, and millet. Remember, each bowl of Cerelac contains goodness that helps your child's normal growth and development. Cerelac, it's all good, Mum. This advert is FDA approved.
If home is where the heart is, then let's go home. Shall we? Let's go where the entertainment is. Where the passion is. Where the laughter is. And sometimes, even the tears too. Let's go where we feel safe enough to share our opinions.
And send tweets.
Where we do that embarrassing little dance to our favorite song. Let's go home where the love, the care, and the joy live.
There's no place like home. Connect your home to super fast internet with affordable data bundles from MTN Home. Visit broadband.mtn.com.gh or your My MTN app to sign up today. MTN.
Have you ever thought of the one that makes you complete? An escape from the clutches of interest charges. With the Standard Chartered Visa debit and credit cards, payments are completed at the speed of light, intertwined with interest earning accounts. You also get unbelievable rewards every time you swipe. You have access to over 1,200 airport lounges worldwide. High credit limits of up to 100,000 Ghana cedis and up to 50 days interest-free with our credit cards. You also get to enjoy full multi multi-trip travel insurance for 90 days. Fees discounted at your feet. With our globally partnered merchant points, bills are always settled, not battled. Get the Standard Chartered debit and credit card now. Call toll-free on 0800 740 100 or 0302 740 100 or reach us via email on feedback.ghana@sc.com. Standard Chartered, here for good.
1xBet Jackpot is here with weekly massive prizes up for grabs. All you have to do is place your bets on any sports game and stand a chance to win. Simply register at 1xbet.com.gh. Use promo code JackpotGhana and place your bets. 1xBet is your key to great victories. Feel like a winner. 1xBet.
Gambling can be addictive. Bet responsibly. Not for person under 18 years. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the Gaming Commission.
All right, let's get going. It's time for birthday messages on the Super Morning Show, brought to you by
MTN. Everywhere you go.
Bank of Africa, the African bank with global reach. Bank of Africa,
as strong as a group, as close as a partner.
And Franco Trading Enterprise.
Steal phone, Papa Fee. And Franco Trading Enterprise is your leading mobile phone accessories and electronic retail outlet. And you can purchase items such as Nokia, Samsung, iPhone, smart TVs ranging from 32 to 55 inches, tabletop fridges, Franco air conditioners ranging from 1.5 HP to 2.5 HP, CCTV, and many more from Franco Trading Enterprise. Note all mobile phone brands and accessories from our shops nationwide. You get a 40% discount on these prices on our digital platforms. But note that you don't have to pick any Franco Trading number on Google. If you want to call Franco Trading Enterprise, call them on 0246 422 338 or 0555 939311 or download the Franco Trading app on Google Play Store, or you can visit our website francotrading.com. Franco Trading Enterprise. Steal phone Papa Fee.
All right, let's do a few birthday wishes. Happy birthday to Mr. Michael Yeboah, a.k.a. YB, at St. Mary's Catholic Church at Chim Achase. It's from all your children. They say God bless you, Father of wisdom. Enjoy your day. Happy birthday to Kweku Balak, a true champion on and off the field. It's from your lovely sisters Sheila and Abigail of Ghana Immigration Service. Good morning and happy birthday, 45th birthday, to Alexander Kojokuma from Ascona and DC Fraternity, Ebenezer Down Dansuman. Now this is a special one to William Obing on his promotion to the rank of Colonel in the Ghana Army. The best is yet to come. It's from Basenio and the entire 98 Old Boys of Prempeh College. All right.
This one says, happy birthday to Engineer Ampim Socrates. Many thanks, and do have a calm week, and it's coming from Andy Kankam. And a belated happy birthday to the Super Mama Mausi Awiti, Director General of the Ghana TVET Service. May the Lord keep blessing you with wisdom to keep breaking new grounds for vocational technical education in Ghana. May your new age bring good health and long life. And it's from Gameli inside NCTI New Century Technical Institute, Dansoman. And also from me, Mausi. And this one says, I kindly wish my daughter Kanfet Setriako Goban a success in her BEC, which begins today. May the Lord continue to shine his face upon her. And this is coming from your father. Now, final one here says, belated happy birthday to Yamua Befi, who is at the medical department of the Bank of Ghana. And it's coming from your husband, Kwesi Yamua Befi.
All right. This one says, good luck to my second boy, Kelvin Tete Jagbate of Golden Angel School. He's writing the BEC exams. It's from your father, Augustus, your mom, and your two brothers. And this one is to all BEC candidates of our heritage school, Majon, Adenta Municipality. This one is from the Drive Doctor, Dr. Osafo. We'll do a few more of these later. But right now, the Joy Sports Center is brought to you by
MTN.
And everywhere you go, Standard Chartered Bank,
here for good.
Allianz Life Insurance, we secure your future. 1xBet, your reliable bookmaker. And DSTV,
It's your moment. Now, do you lead a corporate business, a global subsidiary, or run the affairs of a small or medium enterprise? As a key decision maker in your business, we know you want to make payments seamlessly and access real-time transaction data, whether you're at work or on the go. Well, Standard Chartered provides the digital key to help unlock your business potential. That key is Straight to Bank, a single-access, end-to-end digital platform that helps you manage the needs of your business on the go. View transactions, pay your business partners and government institutions through Ghana.gov, facilitate real-time payments and collections with the latest encryption technology and security. Elevate your banking experience today with Straight to Bank, our award-winning digital banking platform powering payroll, cash management, trade and securities. You can always bank on us. Kindly email premierservice.gh@sc.com to sign up today.
Now, it's a new world of doing business, and your business should not be left out. It's time to get a Momo for Business today and accept payment from over 15 million Momo customers. All you need is a business registration certificate and your Ghana card. And applying to be MTN Momo merchant has been made simple and fast. You just have to dial *5051# and follow the prompts or apply online. And that's it. It's been made simple at momomerchantapplication.mtn.com.gh. You receive a reference number which you can use to track your application, so don't get caught waiting. Enjoy secure transactions and convenient transactions for your business with MTN Momo today. Note that the application is free. Don't pay any money to anyone for a merchant payment solution. Report any fraudulent charges using the Momo app, available on Play Store and App Store. Thank you.
Good morning to Dr. Jeff Bassi and Stephen Obing, who are at Riverfront enjoying. But to all registered 1xBet players with something interesting just for you, your reliable bookmaker has launched the Jackpot of the Week promotion. You have a unique opportunity to get the weekly jackpot. Look for the conditions on the promo page, complete simple task and get the chance to win a lump sum. We also remind you about the registration on the website or in the 1xBet app with the promo code GHJackpot to get a bonus of up to 2,650 Ghana cedis.
Now, secure your life and that of your loved ones. Just dial *1890# to join the Allianz Life family and experience true peace of mind. You can buy and pay for your life insurance, pay premiums on an existing account, check your balance, withdraw your insurance savings, initiate claims, and receive payments promptly. All this just by dialing *1890#. Follow Allianz Life on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram on Allianz Life Ghana. For more information, call Allianz Life Insurance on 0302-267-892 or just visit their website, which is Allianz-GH. Allianz Life, we secure your future.
All right. Very good morning to you, Kojo.
Good morning to you. Good morrow. Good morrow to you, my brother.
Good morning to all of you. Welcome aboard to the Joy Sports Center with me, Fentio Tahiru Fentio. Coming up this morning.
The United States of America, unbeaten in finals action in over a decade, are out of the tournament.
Yes, defending champions, the USA knocked out of the Women's World Cup. Also coming up.
You've got to trust your wall to do its job. Messi up over sensational from Lionel Messi again.
Yes, Messi's magic continues to rock America. But let's begin with athletics. Team Ghana has arrived in France for pre-competition camp ahead of the World Athletics Championships in Budapest. The contingent is made up of 5 local athletes and 5 US-based athletes who will train in Paris for 10 days before flying out to Hungary for the competition.
We are so happy about this because it's not only the athletes that will train, the coaches will also have opportunity to learn from their French counterparts in Paris. That was their agreement. Training athletes at the same time, enhancing the capacity of our coaches. So this has been one of our bottlenecks that we have struggled with for a couple of years. And now that we are building up this relationship with Paris or France, we're hoping that going forward we will bridge the gap between the college sports and the major international competition like the World Championship or the Olympic Games.
That's the Ghana Athletics CEO Bao Hussein. Team Ghana is, however, without 100-meter record holder Benjamin Azamati, who has pulled out of the competition due to injury. Azamati has struggled with injury all season, and although he will make the trip to Paris for the pre-competition camp, he will not be going to Budapest for the competition itself. Ghana Athletics CEO Bao Hussein says withdrawing to fully focus on recovery is the best decision for the athlete.
We actually felt sad for him because he had tried to work with the coach and his medical team to see how fast or how best the medical team could help medically first for him to recover as quickly as possible before the World Championships just last week. But on Friday, the medical team strongly advised that he has to rest so that he will be able to come back stronger next year.
So Raymond French, Solomon Diafo, Aziz Mohammed, Florence Ajiman and Edwin Gadai, they arrived in Paris this morning from Accra, accompanied by local coaches Douglas Sowa and Munkaila Seidu. They will be joined by the US-based contingent of Joseph Polamwa, Isaac Botsio, James Darcy, Abigail Kwatin, Deborah Aqua and Coach Elom. Meanwhile, good news for Ghana. High jumper Rose Yeboah of the University of Cape Coast has won Ghana's only medal, and is a big one, a gold medal in the women's high jump at the ongoing FISU University Games in Chengdu, China. She soared over the bar at 1.94 meters to claim the gold and set a new national record in the process, beating Abigail Kwatin's previous national record of 1.92 meters. She's the only African champion in the event and will be representing Ghana in Budapest later this month.
The winning was a very huge thing for Ghana. As far as I can remember, she's the second person to have won a gold medal at that stage. The first person was Ibrahim Hassan, who won gold medal in the 400 meters far away in New York. That was in the early 90s. And Ghana was given two scholarships or two sponsorships, I should say, to attend the World Champions. This one will also increase the number of sponsorships that the World University will give to Ghana. Yesterday, I received a confirmation from the World Athletics that Rose Yeboah has made it to the World Championship in Budapest, and that is very big for us too. And we are so grateful to the coaches for being the first local athletes who are training Ghana here to have won a medal at the high jump at that high level, and not only that, breaking the national record.
That's Bao Hussein with high praise for Rose Yeboah of the University of Cape Coast. Now, Joy Sports can confirm that Team Ghana's participation at the World Championships itself still hangs in the balance, with the Ministry of Youth and Sports yet to release monies to fund their participation. The camping in France is fully sponsored by the French Embassy here in Ghana, but the government will have to fund the team's participation in the competition itself. Let's do football now. Central Regional FA Chairman Robert Duncan has backed GFA President Kurt Okraku for a second term as president. Okraku will be seeking re-election when the football community goes to the polls later in September. According to Duncan, the criticism of the FA president is unfair, as he believes some positive strides have been made during his tenure.
He's working, and his work has impacted us as RFA presidents. Kurt Okraku has done well, and I doubt there's any RFA head who would disagree with me. He has enforced the creation of district FAs, which has helped the administrative structure, as well as meeting the various financial needs of our RFAs.
Very well then. Board member of Accra Hearts of Oak, Vincent Sowa Odote, has criticised the Ghanaian football leaders for failing to adapt to the changing football climate. The seasoned football administrator believes individuals who call the shots at various Ghanaian clubs must equip themselves with the necessary tools to stay competitive in the modern game.
The contextual environment in which we are managing football now is completely different from when Dr. Nyao was there. It's completely different from my colleague Neil. Why he was able to, but it's completely different. The technological environment, the social environment, the economic environment, and the impact of the globalization, they are completely different. We have not been able to find answers to the impact of these things, and that is why we are where we are.
Vincent Odote Sowa. Now, Ghana Premier League outfit Dreams FC, they have hired former Ghana goalkeeper Samir J as the club's new goalkeepers trainer. The former Hearts of Oak keeper is expected to help the still believed team's goalkeeping unit as they prepare ahead of the 2023-24 season, where they will also compete in the CAF Confederation Cup. And speaking of Haushofer, really good news for them. Their former forward Daniel Afriyie-Barney netted a brace yesterday in his first start in the Swiss Super League for FC Zurich against Lugano on Saturday. They won that game by 3-0. Now, to the Women's World Cup, reigning champions, the USA are out of the competition after being stunned by Sweden on penalties on a night of incredible drama in Melbourne. The USA dominated the 120 minutes but were denied by an inspired goalkeeping performance from Zecira Musovic as the match finished goalless. The drama only ratcheted up further in the shootout. 3 USA players actually missed, including their footballing icon Megan Rapinoe on her last appearance at the world stage before Sweden won in remarkable circumstances.
And there, has it gone over the line? High drama, and the linesman says no. Alyssa Nair made the save, but they're going to check that, and it all hangs in the air. And on the verdict of Stephanie Frappart, did it cross the line? A stadium holds its breath. It's confirmed! We had to wait what seemed like an eternity, but Lena Hurtig's effort had crept over the line by millimetres. Alyssa Nair cannot believe it, and the World Cup shocks just keep on coming. This one, perhaps the biggest one of all. The United States of America, unbeaten in finals action in over a decade, are out of the tournament.
Yeah, the USA are out. Megan Rapinoe's last game for them. She spoke after the defeat and chose to look at the bright side.
You know, obviously the missed penalties, that was like a sick, dark joke in there somewhere for me personally. Yeah, just not our day. I mean, that's the cruel side of this beautiful game, but really proud of the group. I thought we put on a great performance tonight. Just couldn't find the back of the net. But this group has such a bright future. Hopefully they, don't take this one too hard. They'll be right back here in 4 years.
Megan Rapinoe. South Africa also out of the tournament after they were beaten 2-0 by the Netherlands in the round of 16. Another round of 16 ties. England versus Nigeria just kicked off, and host nation Australia take on Denmark at 10:30 a.m. In England, Arsenal gave their hopes of beating Man City to the Premier League title a psychological boost as they defeated Pep Guardiola's side on penalties to win the Community Shield. The game ended 1-1 after Trossard equalized in the 101st minute when his shot deflected into the back of the net. That took the game to extra time, of course, and Arsenal won. Their coach Arteta said the win was a statement ahead of the start of the new season.
Yes, obviously, when you play against the best team in the world, you have to be at your best. And I think in the first half especially, we have some big chances that we didn't put away. And I think we have. At the league, we try to compete the best possible way. We won a trophy, which is always very important when you play and represent this club. And now it's about starting with the Premier League and beat Forest. That's it.
Arteta. Pep Guardiola, meanwhile, says the big brains never consulted people in the game with the new injury time rules after his side conceded in the 101 minute of the Community Shield. English games will have more injury time this season to accurately reflect stoppages in play.
It's a good question for the international board and all the people, because they don't consult to the managers, they don't consult to the players. What is the opinion? They move it there, we have to accept it. So they have to accept it, they have to do it. So this amount of games now is not going to play 90 games. Now the games will be 100 minutes, that's for sure. 100 minutes. It never happened today. It was 8 minutes. Imagine because they extend 4 goals.
All right, 8 minutes added on. And Arsenal scored on the 11th minute instead. Pep Guardiola clearly not happy, but Arsenal are Community Shield champions. Before we go, Kylian Mbappe will not train with Paris Saint-Germain's first team when they step up preparations on Monday for the start of the Ligue A season. He's been in a contract standoff with PSG amid a desire to join Real Madrid. Messi's stunning brace helped Inter Miami seal a dramatic victory against FC Dallas to reach the quarterfinals of the League's Cup on Sunday. FC Dallas led 4-2 with 10 minutes left, but 2 late goals took the game to a penalty shootout. Miami won the shootout 5-3 at the Toyota Stadium in Frisco, Texas. And get this, Miami were winless in 11 before Messi's arrival, but have now won 4 in a row.
Thank you. very, very much. Thank you, Tahiru Fentio, and do have a lovely day. Okay.
Thank you very much. And I'm surprised you haven't said anything about the Messi magic.
Which one? Folks, let's get interactive on social media, okay? I don't know when you wrote BEC, Fentio. When did you write your BEC?
2001.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got aggregate 27.
What about you?
I got 27.
Yeah,
I have 2 teachers.
Yeah, okay.
Teaching 10 subjects.
Oh.
Yes. I didn't have electricity.
Oh.
Didn't have textbooks. The notes that we had were handed over to us by seniors who had failed the BEC in the previous years. So it was like...
So you see what I was saying this morning?
Yeah.
That it's a phase in your life.
Yeah.
It doesn't end there.
No.
So don't be cheating. Don't go and cheat.
Yeah.
Just go through and you will know your reality.
Yeah.
But that's because at that stage in your life, that is your reality. It would only spur you on to greater heights.
Yeah. And 27 was a lucky escape because at the time, aggregate 30 was the cutoff point for Canton Secondary School. So I just about made it. And 27 was the best grade from my school, by the way.
Oh, you see?
And my father gave me a guinea fowl. They killed a guinea fowl for me.
Thank you.
Because the seniors before me all failed, bro.
Oh, Charlie.
Everybody was failing Basa, you know. And that's a very interesting story. If you're talking about BEC today, I should be back because sometimes some of the stories we have can inspire people.
So we'll bring you back.
Thank you.
Fentio. Thank you very much, Fentio, for joining us. But you can also tell us your BEC stories, as well as if you have any wish for somebody. Look, let's just have that conversation right here on the Super Monday. But Fentio, the boys say I should just play this for you.
Thembi Gatlana.
What kind of silliness is this? I've mastered the name. I called a South African friend, and apparently KG together is ha. So it's Thembi Hatlana. I wouldn't make that mistake again.
Thank you very much, Fentio. Let's get interactive on social media. Our social media messages on the Super Morning Show brought to us by EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank, the Ghana AIDS Commission. Test to know your HIV status and take steps to protect your health. And number 10, liver salt, a refreshing relief, as well as GTP lifestyle. So the EcoBank salary account, okay, the EcoBank salary account is a special account designed for workers of all income brackets who are desirous of receiving their salaries through EcoBank. With the EcoBank salary account, you're guaranteed all the benefits of a normal savings or current account, plus many more. The EcoBank salary account gives workers free life insurance cover of up to 10,000 Ghana cedis, 24/7 access to cash and e-banking services, internet and mobile banking services, high interest on savings, no minimum balance, and ability to save through the EcoBank Save As You Spend, which is a unique feature that helps customers to save and invest. So just remember that the insurance policy covers death, permanent or temporary disability. It also covers critical illness, hospitalization, retrenchment, and more. And the savings on current account holders at EcoBank do not have to close the existing account to enjoy the numerous benefits of the EcoBank salary account. Just ask your branch to switch your existing account to the EcoBank salary account. Non-EcoBank account holders should approach any EcoBank branch and ask for the EcoBank salary account. Switch your salary account today and enjoy amazing benefits at EcoBank. Call toll-free on 0800 00 3225. For further details, EcoBank is the Pan-African Bank. Stay with us. When we return, we bring you Food for Thought, brought to us by Roverman Productions. Be the difference.
Oh, yeah. EcoBank Mobile, they make me say, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. EcoBank Mobile, they make me crazy. Download it and use it. It gon' make your life so easy, yeah. Oh, yeah. Download it. You gon' enjoy it. In my branding check. Branding check. In my branding check. Come make a download them for you. Cause you can pay bills, you can buy credit, you can pay school fees, even chest tights with the Apple. EcoBank Apple.
Life is easy with the EcoBank mobile app. You can pay your bills, transfer to and from mobile wallet, virtual card creation, transfer to other banks, express account opening, scan MP, express cash, all at your fingertips with the EcoBank mobile app. You know, it's 5-star life with EcoBank. Kim promise.
All right, so welcome back, and thank you very much for staying with us. Now time for Food for Thought, brought to us by Roverman Productions B.
The difference.
Uncle, good morning.
How about you, sir?
Yes, Uncle.
How have you been?
I've been all right. How about you? I hope you had a great weekend.
Oh, yes, I did. I introduced the new play, my latest play, to my group.
Oh, okay.
You know, I have a group of about 200 people.
Yes.
And so they get to see the play before the public does. And it was quite a time. It was quite a time. Wow. Naked in Bed. That is the title.
Hey, Uncle.
Naked in Bed.
Hey, this one, Naked in Bed.
Naked in Bed.
I know Philip Nye is going to send a message. Yes, he's going to send a message right now because the last time you talked about just the tip, he said just the tip.
Yes.
Sing.
Yes.
Naked in Bed.
Yeah.
Can't wait for it.
Yeah. Someone at the meeting suggested that we should try and see if we could change the title.
Oh, really?
And the group, the rest of the people almost tore him up.
Because this one, Naked in Bed,
it was the first time I've had that kind of reaction at our meetings. Normally, the title generates a lot of discussion, but this one, there was, when he said, "Oh, can we change it?" Everybody shouted, "No, we love the title." So Naked in Bed it is. And on the first, 2nd, and 3rd of September, and then the week after that one.
Oh, okay.
8th, 9th, and 10th of September. But I'm sure you'll give them even more details. I was last week, Tuesday, 1st August 2023, 6 women lined up for a 100-meter race at the World University Games in China. The 6 sprinters were representing China, Brazil, Turkey, Japan, India, and Somalia. Now, 100-meter races are known to be close, with positions decided in fractions of seconds. And so everyone was expecting a very close race. But when the winner, who in this case was Gabriela from Brazil, finished the race at 11.58 seconds, the camera now panned back to the track. And whilst everyone had already finished the race, the sprinter from Somalia, Nasra Ali, was just about halfway, virtually jogging. She finished at almost double the time of the winner at 21.81 seconds.
Yeah.
A whole 10 seconds behind. When the embarrassing video of Nasra running alone long after the others had finished went viral with over 64 million views, the Somali Minister of Youth and Sports, Mohammed Barry Mohamud, was compelled to issue a public apology for the embarrassment to his nation. In his statement, the minister said 20-year-old Nasra was not a sportsperson and was not a runner, and that his ministry did not know how she was selected to compete in the women's 100-meter race at the Games in China on Tuesday. Part of the statement read, quote, "What happened today was not representation of the Somali people. We apologize to the Somali people," end of quote. In a separate statement, the minister directed that the chairwoman of the Somali Athletics Federation, Khadija, be suspended. The allegation is that Nasra is a niece of the chairwoman, and that was the reason she was sent to represent Somalia. It has also emerged that a sports body known as the Somali University Sports Association, which was supposed to have selected her, does not exist.
Wow, look.
What exists is the Association of Somali Universities, and on its Facebook page, The association said it had not sent any athlete to compete in the event. I was when I heard the news and saw the footage, I asked myself, why do those who handle the affairs of Africa insist on always bringing shame to Africa?
Oh.
This is just one example of the way those who are in charge of affairs in Africa let their people down. African countries are notorious for picking politically connected people to represent them in almost everything at the expense of those who are qualified. Africa is seldom represented by those who are best qualified to represent it. The whole situation of the sprinter from Somalia running the slowest time in 100-meter history would have been hilarious for me if it was just an isolated case in Africa. But sadly, it is not. Take the case of our own Black Stars. Listen, after every disappointing performance of the national team at a tournament, we get reports of the wrong players selected to represent the nation. These days, the wrong players are selected because someone in a position of authority has a personal interest in projecting a particular player for a foreign contract. The player's inclusion on the team has nothing to do with the national interest, but with the selfish, personal, and individual interest of someone in a position to influence selection. Unfortunately, it is not only in sports that Africa is cheated and embarrassed by her leaders. In 1984, I attended a writers' conference in Nairobi, attended by writers from the host country, Kenya, and then Uganda, Nigeria, Madagascar, and Ghana. The condition for attending is that the person must be a writer and must be representing a publishing house associated with the World Association of Christian Communicators. One country sent a man who was not a writer, a man who was not even interested in creative writing.
I see.
He was at the workshop because it was a foreign travel and he will be getting dollars for per diem. That's all. And Winston, I don't know if you remember. Do you remember the case of the guy who did the sign language at Nelson Mandela's inauguration as president?
Yes.
You remember?
During his burial, yes.
Yeah, the funeral.
Yes, yes.
As expected, the event was a big deal, not just for Africa, but for the rest of the world.
Exactly.
People watch it on television all across the world. In the course of the event, someone watching the television broadcast raised the alarm that the guy doing the sign language was not doing sign language at all. He was just doing random gestures. And that is my pain. You see, every time the world's attention focuses on Africa, we do something silly to embarrass ourselves. The most bizarre thing about this whole Somali sprinter saga is that the athlete, Nasra, believed that she was doing Somalia a favor by running. According to Nairobi News, she released a statement that read in part, and this is a translation, quote, "Somalis do not deserve to be represented in a running competition. I ran with a sprained leg, but I am criticized," end of quote. In other words, she's offended for being criticized for disgracing her nation because of the nepotism of her auntie who put the family interest over the national interest. That is the most painful aspect of the way those in charge of our affairs mess us up. After they have messed us up, they expect us to praise them, and they do not understand when they are criticized. This girl, who together with her auntie has made a laughingstock of not just Somalia, but the whole of Africa, thinks she was doing all of us a favor. I want to say, God have mercy on us. And that's my presentation.
Thank you very, very much, Uncle Ibu White, for joining us with Food for Thought. Now time for the Joy Business Minute, brought to us by Consolidated Bank Ghana, CBG. We stand with you.
Hello, welcome to the Joy Business Minute, brought to you by Consolidated Bank Ghana. We stand with you, and Magdan Aviation, your dependable private aviation solution. Government Treasury bill sale fell short of target marginally as interest rates continued to surge on the money market. Despite the effect of the domestic debt exchange program on consumer confidence, Ecobank Ghana remained the biggest bank in Ghana in 2022 with a market share of 13.58%. The National Petroleum Authority says Ghanaians without the Ghana card risk not partaking in the cylinder recirculation model program. According to the authority, this is to help in the traceability of the cylinders by exchange point dealers. And Meta boss Mark Zuckerberg has said he is not holding his breath over a proposed cage fight with rival Elon Musk. In a post on the new social media app Threads, Mr. Zuckerberg said he had proposed 26th August for the showdown. And that's the Joy Business Minute, brought to you by Consolidated Bank Ghana. We stand with you at McDan Aviation, your dependable private aviation solution.
Welcome back, and thank you very much for staying with us here on the Super Morning Show. So do you have cash reserves or investment and require security of your investments? Then CBG Custody Account is your best bet. With a minimum of 10,000 Ghana cedis in cash or in investment, individuals, pension funds, mutual funds, companies with reserve funds, NGOs, international funds, and investment firms can open a custody account with CBG. Enjoy the best of experience with our state-of-the-art technology and digital offerings, robust control and secured systems, swift settlement and transaction processing protocol, no transaction cost, unbeatable custody fees, and excellent customer services. Visit any of CBG's 114 branches nationwide to open your custody account. For further inquiries, contact us on 0302216000. Email us at talktous@cbg.com.gh or visit any of our social media handles on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Terms and conditions apply. CBG, we stand with you. So have you heard of Roverman's next play? I'm sure you have this morning. Roverman Productions, in partnership with Joy FM and the National Theatre, will excite you again with another brand new and hilarious Ibo-wide play, Naked in Bed. Yes, the play is titled Naked in Bed, and the play comes off at the National Theatre, Accra, between the 1st and 10th of September as follows. Friday, 1st and 8th September at 7 p.m., one show only. Saturday, 2nd and 9th September at 4 p.m. and 8 p.m., two shows only. And Sunday, 3rd and 10th at 1 p.m., 4 p.m. and 8 p.m., three shows. That is Roverman 1, 2, 3. So you can't miss a play. Rate is 150 Ghana cedis, and tickets are available now via Cobra short code *365 *535#. On all networks, you can also visit the Roverman Productions pages on Facebook and Instagram, or call 0505 546 010 or WhatsApp 0505 546 030 for enquiries. Sponsors: Ebony Condoms, Gino Tomato Mix, and GCB Bank PLC. Communications partner: M Notify. And logistic movers: Roverman Productions. Be the difference. And on big stories this morning, right here on the Super Morning Show. So we know that some 602,000 people are writing this year's BEC starting today. We started the conversation on the news review. But in 2012, some 900,000 people started school. The question is, where are the remaining 300,000? Why do we have 67% of these people, or of the population that started school, sitting for the BECU today? This morning we get answers to this and many other questions as we are joined by the Executive Director of the Africa Education Watch. That's Kofi Asare. But also coming up this morning, so I want to ask you a very simple question, okay? Just tell me, just get onto Twitter, use the hashtag JoySMS, and tell me this. Do you want your pension funds to actually, be part of the domestic debt exchange program? Do you want your pension funds part of the domestic debt exchange program? Well, let me share this information with you, okay? Let me share this information with you. Because according to the Chamber of Corporate Trustees, Organized Labor has asked them to consider it on each on individual basis. Now, this is the statement from Organized Labour. It says, at Organized Labour leadership meeting held today, Thursday, the 3rd of August 2023, at the Hall of Trades Unions in Accra, the alternative offer for pension funds exchange was discussed. After an extensive deliberation of the offer as stated in the exchange memorandum, which was issued by the Ministry of Finance on the 31st of July 2023, the meeting concluded that the terms stated in the alternative offer is better than the initial offer Organized Labour rejected in December 2022. In particular, the alternative offer guarantees the following: no loss in patrimonial value. This means the bonds held by pension schemes will not incur any losses on their patrimonial value. Tradability. The bonds can be actively traded on the secondary bond market. Liquidity. There's assurance that coupons and maturities will be paid on time. Now, the leadership of Organized Labour therefore decided that since the alternative offer is voluntary, the various boards of trustees of pension funds should independently assess the alternative offer and participate in the exchange based on their assessment and in the best interest of their members. Now, the meeting resolved that Organized Labour will closely monitor the implementation of the provisions of the exchange memorandum to ensure that government does not default in the payment of interest and principal when they fall due. In other words, Organized Labour will not tolerate default. In the event that government fails to implement the provisions as stated in the exchange memorandum, Labour will advise itself. So a few questions come to mind. How do we ensure the patrimonial value of these bonds when many of the factors are beyond the control of contributors? How do we ensure that the bonds are tradable when we don't know who the trading partners and what would influence their decisions? And when it comes to the assurance of liquidity, how sure are we when the restructuring partner has major liquidity challenges? But also of importance this morning, we asked a simple question. So these trustees are asked to take decisions in the interest of their members, assess it, and take a decision. How are they doing the assessment? After all, it's our money. So what are you saying? Join us on Twitter. Use the hashtag JoySMS. Do you agree? Do you want your pension funds to participate in the alternative exchange under the domestic debt exchange program? That's also coming up on Big Stories this morning, brought to us by Vodafone. Further together, latest phone, your partner for life, Belmonte by CPO Developers, the ultimate luxury experience, and Access Bank, your number one remittance bank. Access Bank, more than banking. So the Vodafone Edem promo is getting exciting. Don't miss this opportunity to cash out in the Edemu promo. All you need to do is purchase airtime or bundle worth 5 Ghana cedis or more and receive up to 20% cash back in your Vodafone cash wallet. Edem. And also participate in the Vodafone Edemu Dance Challenge and stand a chance to win amazing prizes from Samsung Ghana like phones and earbuds. All you need to do is post a video of yourself on social media dancing to the signature tune of the Edemu song and tag Vodafone Ghana. Keep reloading in the Edemu promotion and win big. Vodafone, further together. But if you're looking for 1-seater, 2-seater, 3-seater, or L-shaped sofa crafted to the finest detail and available in various colors for your home, office, or hotel, if you're looking for comfort, durability, quality, and that perfect finishing, look no further because Latest Foam is your one-stop shop, whatever your choice or budget. Buy from the best, not the imitated. Buy Latest Foam. Latest Foam is your partner for life. But you know what? Look, welcome to Belmonte, where luxury meets comfort, okay? If you're in the market for a home that combines class, convenience, and comfort, then look no further than Belmonte. Belmonte is located in the prime East Legon area of Lagos Avenue, and the stylish Belmonte apartment offers first-class luxury and cutting-edge finishing. So whether you're looking for an executive studio suite, a cozy one-bedroom apartment, a spacious two-bedroom apartment, or a custom villa, we've got you covered. But that's not all. Belmonte also offers a range of top-notch facilities to relax and keep you entertained. So why wait? Take that first step towards your dream home. Sign up for our 3-year payment plan and own your property today. Contact us on 0204-343-011 or 0204-343-015. Belmonte is developed by CPL. Let's get interactive this morning right here on the Super Morning Show. You can also join us via WhatsApp on 0551-055-1111-997. And you can join us on Twitter using the hashtag JoySMS. Stay with us. We'll be right back after these messages here on the Super Morning Show.
Hey, you ever buy credits where you get up to 20% of your money back before? Make I tell you about Vodafone's demo promo. See, anytime you recharge a demo, you get up to 20%, whether it be short code or your Vodafone cash wallet, or you use credit transfer to your number or someone else. And now you be high tech, so you use my Vodafone app or any payment app. However you do, Vodafone go send you up to 20% cash back. Into your Vodafone cash account. We'll reload here. But then you enter. Top up your airtime with 5 Ghana cedi or more in Vodafone's demo promotion and receive 20% of your money back straight into your Vodafone cash wallet. Recharge and cash out in the Vodafone demo promotion.
Vodafone, further together.
Comfort, durability, finishing, quality. Choosing sofas and beds for your home, office or hotel couldn't be easier with an exclusive range of sofas and beds in various designs and colors from Latex Foam. There is so much choice whatever your budget. Latex Foam, your partner for life.
Onyadofo, would you a money seek free amanone? And now one money seek aqua amanone. Any Beka customers and pimpima will win a chedia one swallow Access Bank at chedia promo no. A bribia babura Access Bank and Krabata BM. Eko disika money who do mabia a free 500 Ghana cedis agro. Who bet me winning surprises a hood one movie. So Western Union and a money gramba with trimua. Ma Access Bank in Brawitri. So a man seek cancel beto Access Bank account mu direct there. A ye free. Freto free 0800 004400. Access Bank, more than banking.
Wouldn't you prefer an apartment hotel? One that offers the utmost convenience of a boutique hotel while offering the idyllic comfort of your own private home. Oasis Park Residences offers luxury studios, 1, 2 and 3 bedrooms both for short and long-term rental at competitive rates. Our sky swimming pool, gourmet outdoor restaurant, and a fully equipped gym rest on a breathtaking rooftop with panoramic views of the city. Oasis Park Residences, located at Shiashi Tetekwashi, 10 minutes from the international airport, is the ideal place for all your accommodation needs. Why don't you give us a call on 020-4343-009 or visit our website at oasisparkresidences.com to make your reservations. Oasis Park Residences, more than a home.
A bank that supports you, a bank that cares for you. Hand in hand, we stand with you. So lift your head up, big dreams are waiting. We'll walk with you wherever you go. Where all your dreams come alive, CBG will make you smile. We will rise with you. Your business will flourish. Your name will stand out. Consolidated Bank, CBG. We stand with
you. You know, I still haven't told my husband. I'm afraid of his reaction.
Oh, I thought you said you would try to disclose your HIV positive status to him on your birthday.
I wanted to, but never got round to it. It just did not seem like the right time to say it.
Don't you want him to go and test to know his status too?
Of course I do. I am just afraid of his reaction. I am afraid he will walk out on me and quit the marriage.
But You can't be too sure of that. You know, the other day, when he heard HIV in the news, he referred to it as a bad disease. And I know a couple of people whose partners deserted them because they tested positive for HIV. But it is also important for him to test for HIV and start antiretroviral medication if he is HIV positive. So what should I do now? Why don't we ask your HIV counselor at the facility for advice? Come on, let us call her and find out how best to disclose your HIV status to your husband and also get him to test for HIV.
This message is brought to you by Ghana AIDS Commission.
Hi, now let me share my wildlife experience with you at Safari Valley Eco Park. On our arrival, we were greeted by experienced tour guides who took us through an orientation on how best to enjoy the experience. We were surrounded by wildlife from the moment we entered the eco park. We saw zebras, sable antelopes, crown cranes, maras, silky chicken, emus, wallabies, deer, ponies, and so many animals. We watched the animals roam freely in their natural habitat undisturbed by our presence. Our tour guide told us so much about the wildlife, their behavior, and how to interact with them. I even fed them. We also went fishing. Then we took a break to have lunch in the beauty of the open space. All of this fun and activities for a starting price of 250 cedis, and it's free for children below 6 years. As the sun began to set, it was time to go back home, but not before our sunset dinner by the campfire. We've had a thrill of a lifetime, and I can't wait to visit again. Safari Valley Eco Park, bringing you closer to nature.
You see, this love we have is a love that no one will understand unless they're in it, you know what I mean?
Coffee.
There were 900,000 in total. Now they're about to write BEC, and there are only 600,000. 300,000 of them have disappeared. Where are they? What could account for 1/3 of them disappearing? We'll figure it out when we speak to the Executive Director of Africa Education Watch in just a moment. Before that, though, listen, open the door into your dream house. There's no feeling quite like returning home after a busy day at work. I mean, that feeling you get hearing the keys turn in the lock to open the door and walk into your own little piece of paradise. Well, with a mortgage from ABSA, you get to enjoy that feeling over and over again in your own home. If you're a salaried worker, you can borrow up to 5 million Ghana cedis at fixed or variable interest rates and pay back your loan over a period of 20 years. Discover how to get things done at absa.com.gh. That's Africanacity, that's ABSA. Terms and conditions apply.
Well, now that you have your house, your dream home, let me ask you that simple question. Are you sinking in your bed? Is your mattress failing to give you the safety and comfort you deserve? Well, get yourself a Royal Foam mattress which guarantees you good sleep and the relaxation you deserve today. And as Space Setters, we've attached pillows to the mattresses you buy for free. Get this offer in all our showrooms and sales outlets across the country. Don't be left out. Royal Foam wishes to say a big thank you to you, their loyal customers, for making them win the Silver Award at the 12th Ghana Business and Financial Services Excellence Awards. Please call Royal Foam on 020-227-1000 for enquiries. Royal Foam, rest assured.
Now, the Safari Valley Eco Park introduces the Safari Wildlife Experience, which creates an environment that fosters the harmonious cohabitation of forest, water, humans, and wildlife like zebra, sable antelope, llama, wallaby, fallow deer, Patagonian mara, and many others. Mama V is getting so excited about her trip there. Yes, everyone can come and experience these majestic creatures at the starting price of 250 Ghana cedis. That's it. And of course, it's free for children under 6 years. It's just 1 hour's drive from Accra. It's open from 6 a.m. till 8 p.m. each day. Why don't you visit Safari Valley Eco Park with your friends and family today for the thrill of a lifetime? For more information, go to safarivalleyresort.com. Check out Safari Valley on Instagram or call 059-691-4394.
So our health centers across the country continue to record new HIV infections. The 2021 HIV and AIDS estimate show that 16,938 new infections are recorded in that year. Now, this presupposes that people engage in risky behaviors, including having unprotected sex and abusing and injecting drugs. Sex may be fun, but HIV is not. Getting HIV from a few minutes of pleasure is not worth it. Be smart, wear a condom every time you want to have sex. It will protect you from sexually transmitted infections, including HIV. If you inject drugs, please don't share your injecting equipment with anyone else. Now, this message is brought to you by the Ghana AIDS Commission. Ghana AIDS Commission working actively and in partnership towards elimination of HIV and AIDS.
Okay, then. Let's get to this. Let's try and solve this mystery. We're joined by Kofi Asare. He's Executive Director of Africa Education Watch. Kofi, it's a pleasure to have you. Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
So this is what we know. Out of the 906,000 pupils who enrolled in KG1 all the way back in 2012, only 67%, that's 600,000 of them, will be writing BEC this year. So we're trying to figure out where the remaining 300,000 pupils could possibly be. Kofi, what does your research suggest? What could possibly explain 1/3 of all the kids who have no reason to drop off, due to failure to qualify or any such thing? Why would 1/3 of them disappear from the face of the earth?
Well, once again, good morning to your choice audience. They haven't disappeared from the face of the earth. Perhaps they've disappeared from the government education system. And this is not the first time. Last year we asked similar questions. Last 2 years we did. We've been trying to establish, the survival rates, within our basic education system by trying to use the cohort, the number that enters in your KG1, and then compare it to the number that completes by way of writing BEC for both private and public schools. And it's imagined that a third always, don't write the BC. So where do they go? One, there are various possibilities, and we indicated in our policy brief that there's a need for further research into the exact whereabouts of all these students. But the options are one. There is a group of there's a group that after KG they will branch into international programs like Cambridge, International Baccalaureate, etc. That's I estimate it to be about 10,000 people per cohort, and so that's just if you like less than 3% or 4% of the number we are looking for. And then there's another group of people, of students who generally may unfortunately die, consistent with our death rate. That's less than 2%. And then also there's the idea that people may travel out of the country. The people are mooting it. I see that idea also to be realistic. If we have high number of the dropout, quote unquote, emerging from urban areas. But if you look at the statistics, if you do a deeper analysis of statistics, you realize that even though 33% are not making it to BEC at the national level, in the 5 northern regions, the percentage is more than 40%, which means that there is a correlation between poverty, and the survival rate. So I don't think that the argument that many have traveled outside the country will hold that much, because this is a case where majority of those who are not surviving are coming from the poverty endemic part of the country, where traveling outside, it's a luxury, or branching into another program, international program, is a luxury. So if you look at it carefully, even before we do further research or traces into the whereabouts, I can confidently say that majority of the students are subject of dropout. According to UNICEF, the cohort survival rate, by primary 6 alone is 18%. The meaning is that by the time these students got to primary 6, 18% had dropped out between primary 1 and primary 6. They entered KG1 in 2012. By the time they got to primary 6, 18% had dropped out. Now, according to the Ministry of Education too, between primary 6 and junior high school 1, that's the primary junior high school transition data, the dropout rate, especially in the deprived regions, is about 20%. And so we are recording double-digit dropouts, at the primary and then between primary 6 and junior high school 1. And I emphasize that between primary 6 and junior high school 1, we have the highest level of dropout in our basic education system. Okay, and the reason is that about 25% of our primary schools do not have junior high schools. About 4,000, about 25%. Apart from that, you come to the realization that in the northern regions alone, in the traditional northern region alone, 60% of primary schools do not have junior high schools. So when they graduate from primary 6, many of them graduate back into the community as out-of-school children because of the long distance, up to 10 kilometers, they have to commute to school daily. So these are issues we've raised over time, that we must ensure that we achieve parity, between primary school and junior high school, especially in the part of the country where distance to school is a leg matter and it's an issue. But we've not seen any improvement in the statistics, to date. And so I will attribute majority of this dropout, of the survival deficits, to dropout between primary 6 and junior high school 1.
Now, Kofi, you make a point about these dropouts, and you've talked about some of them not having junior high schools. But there's a country that in the past, for instance, we've identified areas where they do not have senior high schools. We've talked about building day schools. Why haven't we done the same for the junior high schools?
Well, unfortunately, it hasn't appeared to be a priority in government education strategy. The medium-term strategy. And it is an area that is more or less a penumbra, because government have been silent on what its strategic, focus is. there was a time the government indicated that they wanted to introduce a new concept where junior high schools made part of the second cycle institutions. And then at a point two, government indicated that they were going to build more junior high schools. But the reality is that if you look at the data, the gap between primary and junior high school, I'm talking about the disparity between the number of primary schools and junior high schools, has remained the same since 2016. It is still the fact that about 4,000 primary schools still do not have access to junior high school. So I don't see a strategic push by government towards achieving that parity. And to wait, I don't see anything significant happening there. But there is sufficient literature, especially from international organizations, EduWatch, from UNICEF especially, that suggests that the highest point of dropout in our basic education system is the period between primary 6 and then junior high school 1. And it is much endemic. It is actually very much profound in the northern regions, where up to 60% of primary schools do not have access to junior high schools, and then also distance to school is already an issue because of the sparsely located nature of some of their communities. I won't rule out other factors that cause school dropout, like poverty. Poverty after the distance to school, poverty is a major determinant of school dropout. So poverty as a factor in causing basic school dropout, will not be ruled out. But if we really want to have put our finger on this situation, we need to do much more deeper research, into the cohorts, survival, and determine the various, legs of the problem. How many of them might have gone here? How many of them might have gone here? And then determine how many of them remain within the public basic education system, and then also the private basic education system of the state. I'm talking about the BEC system, and still could not progress to BEC and right there. But I will say that out of the 300,000, I can estimate that at least 250,000 of them, did not go anywhere. They dropped out of the education system, because that is consistent with the survival data of the Ministry of Education and also of other organizations like UNICEF and African Education Watch.
So, Kofi, if there is such a direct correlation between these dropouts and poverty, that suggests that, F cube, basic education, is really not free, neither is it compulsory or universal. Is this a suggestion of, some insidious failure of the whole basic education agenda?
Well, I think that the whole issue of FQ must be revisited. And we raised this issue 2 years ago, when FQ was about 15 years. You see, FQ has become a slogan, and that is why it has to be revisited. Ordinarily, every policy, and FQ is not a policy, it's actually a constitutional provision. Every policy that has the strength of a constitutional backing, must undergo constant review periodically, to ensure that we are achieving the object of FQ. What is FQ? FQ is simply saying that every Ghanaian of school-going age must enroll and complete the full course of basic education. Consistent with FQ, government has an education strategic plan which simply says that between now and 2030, every child who enrolls in kindergarten must complete junior high school training. So if you have a situation where about 33% of those who enroll are not completing junior high school training, then you need to find out what is wrong. Now, the FQ conversation hasn't happened because we haven't made it a priority yet. And let me say this. You see, FQ, the C means compulsory. To date, there's no compulsory. Why is no compulsory? Because we are supposed to mandate local assemblies with the power to enact laws that restrict or compels all parents to enroll their children in school, in breach of which they will pay a fine. Read the Act, 560, the Children's Act, and then the education laws. But the reality is that we've not been able to enforce the C aspect of FQ because there is no F. The F is not there. Children are still buying their own bags to school. Just last week, I was engaging a district where a particular school was charging 450 Ghana cedis for junior high school students who are writing the BEC now. And the money was, according to the school, the PTA that decided to pay for 50 cedis each. And the money is meant for extra classes and then other things that F-Cube should have provided. Okay. But if you look carefully, the same parents had also came to complain that they can't pay. And so if your child doesn't pay, obviously your child will not participate in the 5 mock examinations that they were planning to undertake. So I don't see F-Cube happening in the schools because there are many cost barriers, hidden costs that have been met in our basic education system because the state has not been able to fund what was previously funded by parents in 2005, for which reason F-Cube started. So they have actually crept back into the school environment where parents are paying for, in some schools, they pay to get admission, but it is not documented. In some schools, in many schools, they pay for their own furniture, they pay for their own exercise books. In the deprived part of this country, we just finished a study in 20 districts. In the deprived part of the country, like Tatale Sanguli, in Zabzugu, in the Quantan of the South, students do not have exercise book. It's a luxury. Exercise book is a luxury. All these things should have been supported by F-Cube, but they are not being supported by F-Cube. So if the child is in school, the participation is weak because they don't have the basic teaching and learning materials, including exercise books, due to poverty, and then they drop out. But if you look at the secondary education system, we have free exercise books, we have free notebooks, we have free school uniforms, we have free church clothes. So you see, if we were doing something similar to F-Cube, as is being done to free senior high school, I'm sure that there wouldn't have been the need for many basic schools to smuggle hidden fees and impose them on parents through their PTA. So F-Cube hasn't come to realization because there's no compulsory. The compulsory aspect has not been enforced, and it's not been enforced because it is not free as it's supposed to be. That is why we need to have a conversation about F-Cube. Don't forget that in the population census report, according to the government attestation, about 10% of children aged, between 4 and 17 are not in school. And that amounts to about 1.4 million children not being in school. And so F-Cube really deserves a holistic national conversation to achieve at this point.
So, you talk about how this 300,000 is from one cohort. Undoubtedly, if we were to go through all the 10 cohorts preceding BECE, we are going to find dropouts of different numbers at each stage. And you've alluded to a sort of 1.5 million total number there. Is it too late for these kids? Can anything at all be done to regularize them, bring them into the system?
Well, government has introduced an ID system. And this ID system is supposed to enable policymakers track, people or student survival within the education system. That is one good thing about this ID system. In that case, you'll be able to personalize, this data when you are tracking to find out where exactly they are. So that is one good step that has been taken. But again, I will come back and say that if you give Kofi Asare an ID when he enters kindergarten 1, and about a million or so children in kindergarten 1 and in primary school do not have school furniture, okay, Kofi Asare may likely drop out. And when he drops out, having an ID will be inconsequential because even if he comes to the school, there's no desk for Kofi Asare. So the ID system is good. It will enable us to track where they are. But beyond knowing where they are, what happens? Because the school environment hasn't been prepared sufficiently to accommodate the child and retain them. Because basic things like this, by 2021, about 2.3 million children in basic schools did not have access to desks per government's own recommended sitting ratio in school. And so if 5,400 schools are still taking place under trees and sheds, and you still can track Kofi Asare by a unique number, if he leaves to farm with the parent because he doesn't want to come and sit on a stone and under a tree, you will track him to the farm, yes. But if you bring him back, he will still go back because the environment in the school is not welcome enough for Kofi Asare. So there are two sides of the story. I believe that what we need to do is that we need to pay more attention to the factors that keep children out of school. And the policymakers are sufficiently aware of this. They are even more aware of this than some of us. We need to pay attention to improving the school, investing in the school environment and improving the school environment, the classrooms, desks, textbooks, exercise books, the things that will let the school environment be encouraging and enjoyable for students must exist. That is, for me, the first thing we need to do. Secondly, we need to strengthen community participation, especially parental participation in education, by ensuring that many of the children who are dropping out or those who are not enrolling at all are enrolled. We are aware that there are factors like foster parentage affecting enrollment and dropouts in school, especially in the northern part of Ghana, where once one becomes a child to a foster parent, the likelihood of they being enrolled in school, especially if they are a girl, becomes 19% much lower compared to a boy. There are other issues that make the school environment, not attractive or unsafe, that leads to dropout or low retention. But as I'm saying, policymakers are sufficiently aware of this. What is needed is to invest in the basic school environment and make it more attractive. But there is something good to say about this. We observed that this year, for the first time in recent years, and since my career, we actually are presenting more girls than boys for the BEC. There are about 68 more girls than boys supposed to write the BEC today. Even though in 2012, when they were enrolling at kindergarten 1, there were 6,000 more boys than girls. That is, on one breath, significantly, encouraging because of the emphasis and the investment that policymakers, the government, civil society organizations, development partners have invested or made in girls' education. But on the other hand, too, it raises the issue of why is it that we have 6,000 more boys in KG1 in 2012, and when they are writing their BEC, you have 68 more girls than boys. These are questions that we need to answer because holistically, as policymakers, as practitioners, as stakeholders, our duty is to ensure that the school environment is gender-friendly, not just for girls, but for both boys and girls. So we should be recording, equitable numbers when it comes to BEC completion, junior high school completion or BEC candidature for both boys and girls.
Okay, now Kofi, I know that you've been monitoring the BEC. Earlier there were concerns about, funds not being released. We're told that some 10 million has been released, and that's 15% of funds needed. On the whole, what's your assessment of the preparation for this year's BEC?
I think so far as we are concerned, nothing from the side of WAEC suggests that they are prepared. We listen to their engagement. They are one of our partners. We are aware that WAEC is fully prepared for the BEC. Yes, there were issues of debt, but I keep saying that is not new. There's hardly a year that the government didn't owe WAEC, precedence to WASI or BEC. Our budgeting cycle, always permits that. That is not the ideal situation. One would wish that we would find a way to re-engineer our budgeting cycle and then resolve some of this debt. But we are worried. We are also worried about that, especially when it comes to the issue of invigilators. Because whenever government is owing WAEC, it means that WAEC will owe invigilators who invigilated in last year's BEC. And many times we have invigilators being paid, not only invigilators and then markers. Many times it has become a norm that we have them being paid for the previous year's work, weeks or days, sometimes days, to the current year's WASI or BEC. And we believe that when invigilators are treated that way, when markers are treated that way, when external supervisors are treated that way, it doesn't motivate them to be independent enough, or it poses a risk for possible laxity in their independence. And so we want to play with government that we should prioritize the payment of subventions to WAEC, both for BEC and WASI, so that WAEC has the resources it needs to put in place mechanisms that ensure that examination process is fair and is very, 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 high insecurity and difficult for anyone to breach the security. All is about resources. And so resources being available at the right time and in the right quantum is critical to ensuring that there is no leakage in questions and that WAEC has the necessary men and women to supervise the BC and the WASI processes.
All right, Kofi, I want to say a big thank you to you for giving us these insights this morning. We appreciate
My pleasure for having me.
Kofi Asare is Executive Director, Africa Education Watch. And I mean, very significant findings there that more boys than girls, were enrolled in KG for this cohort, but more girls than boys are enrolling for BECE, which means that whatever that factor is that is causing the dropout rate, it's having a heavier effect on boys than girls.
Exactly, Kojo. And, he's raised a lot of reasons that could be the cause of what we're experiencing. But for me, that's the most important thing. In discussions with the government statistician, he makes the point all the time that data is important for national development. You cannot develop without data. And so while we're talking about education, these are things that should not be, it could be, maybe. Let's find out. So what is the reason? Why are people, why do we have about 300,000 people not sitting for the BEC, 300,000 who started school in 2012, whom we are expected to be writing the BEC today? Okay, yes, we can guess, but you ask yourself a very simple question. Part of the reason we brought, school feeding program was to encourage enrollment in our schools. We're supported by the World Bank, by the Dutch government. Today, what's the status of our school feeding program in itself? And for me, this is the challenge. Whenever we start policies or programs aimed at achieving a particular target, we achieve 1, 2, 3, and then we forget. This is what we do most of the time. We're excited with the enrollment figures at the beginning. So you have about 1 million students at KG. Then that's the excitement. We don't come back to find out of the 1 million, how many sit for BEC? Now, it's actually important for us to begin to do the research. How many sit for BEC? How many would sit for WASI? And how many would go to the university? The remainder, what do they do? It's not just saying, okay, this is the end of it. No. What do they do? Does the economy in itself have avenues that these persons, minus the BEC, we're supposed to be a terminal exam at a point.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be a terminal exam also, and also as a placement exam. So even at a terminal stage, for instance, can we say that these persons, once they leave, find jobs within the Ghanaian economy? Does the Ghanaian economy employ people of this nature? And I'm sure your guess may be as good as mine. No. So what becomes of these persons who can no longer go to school?
You see, this is yet another very big indictment of our education system. And for many years, Ghana touted its education system as being one of the best. We kept saying that. You keep hearing it. Oh, as for the education, we're best. But these are the real figures that belie that claim. Look, as recently as 2015, statistics by the Ghana Education Service showed that as at BEC, 95% of those who complete basic education, so that's BEC, 95% of them can either not read or cannot understand what they read. 95%. This sounds staggering. Okay, but that's GES themselves giving this information in a study that they did alongside the UN. So this is a suggestion that perhaps the entire time spent in basic education is wasted. If first of all 1/3 are going to drop out, and then the 2/3 that are left, 95% of them can either not read or understand what they are reading by the time they write BEC, as recently as 2015. This is problematic. It's problematic, and it indicts our entire education system. It's all well and good making high school free, senior high school free. But what is going into it? What is the quality of the product going into it? That you are now spending state resources to give them 3 years of free education. And then how many come out on the other side? What are we feeding into our workforce? We really have to ask some very important questions about our basic education. Anyway, coming up on the Super Morning Show, what's behind the U-turn? Pension funds are now saying, okay, they will take part in the domestic debt exchange. What caused them to change their minds, and how does it affect you? When we return.
Are you hoping to start university this October? If you want a British degree from a world-class university at a fraction of the cost, then join Lancaster University Ghana right here in Accra. With a diverse student community, vibrant campus life, and 50% scholarships to support your study, Lancaster University Ghana provides you with a world-class education that creates endless opportunities globally. Don't miss this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Apply to join Lancaster University Ghana, where learners become leaders. Admissions are currently open for our October 2023 intakes. Apply now for our foundation and undergraduate programs. For more information, contact us on +233 030 221 8989 or send an email to admissions@lancaster.edu.gh. Lancaster University Ghana, the only British university campus in West Africa.
Are you tired of struggling with bad financial situations? At Quick Credit, we understand the difficulties that come with transitioning to a better one. That's why we're here to simplify the process for you. With loan facilities from 1,500 cedis upwards, all you have to do is call and we will take care of the rest. All you need is your national ID. No savings, no collateral, no susu, no deposits, and no account opening required. Quick Credit has you covered. Whether you're expanding a business, starting a new one, facing an emergency like school fees or funeral expenses, or even just in need of a salary loan. What are you waiting for? Call Quick Credit today. 0302 200 390 or 059 692 0833. We do not give loans via the internet. Quick Credit is regulated and licensed by the Bank of Ghana. Terms and conditions apply. Quick Credit. Lending made simple.
Introducing Pick 4 from Game Park Games, the easiest lottery to play and win. Pick 4 numbers from 0 to 9 up to 3 times a day to become one of our daily winners. More moolah, more power. Play online at www.gameparkgames.com or dial *946# to play. Game Park Games is regulated by the National Lottery Authority, not for persons under 18. Play responsibly. Pick 4 from Game Park Games. More moolah, more power.
What? It seems Royal Foam did not get the memo. Times are tough. Prices are going up. They're giving 10% discount, free pillows with every purchase. Hey, Royal Foam. Just when you thought all they manufacture are quality but affordable mattresses and pillows, they take it up a notch by being thoughtful in these hard times. Royal Foam has reduced their prices drastically. Buy a mattress, get a free pillow. Enjoy 10% discount instantly, nationwide. Take advantage. Enjoy Royal Foam. Enjoy the best.
Call Royal Foam today on 020-227-1000 for more information.
Royal Foam. Rest assured.
Imagine say water wake up at dawn. You know both. You know chop. Where it vanish for your area for 2 weeks. You not get one drop safe inside your tank.
Hey.
Haja, our life was in dangerous. Only our neighbor get water with water tank.
Water tank?
Yes, water tank. Mamma mia, that water tank get meter for checking water level. That water tank be fine past Kumasi Selenium. That water tank be tough like Ghana Army. That water tank, they carry water pepe, so say some no go left inside the supply tank. What a tank! As my boss, Mr. Poncho, go talk.
Beautiful, durable, with water level indicator and accurate volume of water. Water tank. What a tank! By Duraplast.
Ago Ghana. Are you
struggling to pay your huge rent advance? Do you wish to pay your rent on monthly basis? Then good news is here. The government of Ghana has introduced the National Rental Assistance Scheme to help Ghanaians, especially the youth, pay for their rent on a monthly basis. To qualify, an applicant must show proof of the following minimum requirements. Be a Ghanaian, possess a valid Ghana card. You must be an adult of 18 years and above, have a verifiable employment or earned income. To apply, visit www.nras.gov.gh. The scheme is currently operational in the following regions: Greater Accra Region, Ashanti Region, Eastern Region, Western Region, Bono East Region, and the Northern Region. For further inquiries, contact 0551 341 515 or 0550 408 879. National Rental Assistance Scheme, making renting accessible for all.
Coffee in your cup and Joy on the set. Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
Right, welcome back. It's the Super Morning Show on Joy. Just about a minute past 9, and we're about to find out why the Chamber of Corporate Trustees has decided, finally, to participate in the Domestic Debt Exchange Program. They'll explain it to us all in a few moments. But first, what does wealth mean to you? Do you want to live like a tycoon? Remember, who's got the moolah, got the power. Ghana's newest lottery game draws live on Adum TV at 9 a.m., at noon, and at 6 p.m. daily. So pick up your phones, tablets, computers, and download the Game Park Games app on Play Store. You can also play on their website, which is gameparkgames.com, or by dialing *946# on all networks. You just choose 4 numbers between 0 and 9. It's easy to play, it's easy to win. So Charlie, make we play the game and make some moolah. Nobody beats their odds in Ghana. Game Park Games, more moolah, more power. This game is regulated by the National Lottery Authority, not for persons under 18. Play responsibly.
Well, are you tired of the daily commute to work during rush hour? Or maybe you're planning a girls' night out and need a reliable ride. Perhaps you need to deliver an important parcel and want to get there on time. Whatever your reason for commuting, Access Bank and Uber have got you covered. Now, with Access Bank Visa card, you can enjoy 30% off your Uber rides. That's right, 30% off every ride. Use promo code Access Ride Savings to enjoy affordable convenience and cheaper rides, even on a limited budget. Don't miss out on this amazing opportunity to save big on your daily commute. Visit our website, ghana.accessbankplc.com, or social media today to learn more and start enjoying and saving on your Uber rides like never before. Access Bank, more than banking.
Right now, KingdomStoreOnline.com still remains the one place you can get quality office essentials, equipment, furniture, and stationery at fantastic prices. Pay via Momo and just wait at home or in your office for them to deliver. Of course, if you're in Accra or Tema, you get free delivery. Terms and conditions apply. At Kingdom, quality and affordability are their hallmarks.
And the Cybersecurity Authority is licensing cybersecurity service providers and accrediting establishments and professionals as part of its regulatory mandate pursuant to Section 4 of the Cybersecurity Act 1038. The exercise is to ensure that industry players offer services in accordance with approved standards in line with domestic regulatory requirements and international industry best practices. Among many other benefits, the exercise will provide a legal basis for practitioners to operate and serve as recognition for professionals to offer cybersecurity services in the country. Now, this activity, which commenced in March 2023, is part of preparatory measures being established by the Cybersecurity Authority to develop Ghana's cybersecurity industry. Visit the Cybersecurity Authority website. That's csa.gov.gh for more information. Consent should be sent to compliance@csa.gov.gh or call 0531140408. CSA, secure and resilient digital Ghana.
Okay then. So listen, a lot of you have been sharing your memories of BEC, your BEC exams with us. We'll talk about that a bit later. But right now, let's touch base with the Executive Secretary of the Chamber of Corporate Trustees, Mr. Thomas Kwesi Esso, who hopefully can explain to us what is behind their decision to participate now in the Domestic Debt Exchange Program. Mr. Esso, it's a pleasure to have you. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Kuti Youngson and then Woolston. It's a pleasure to be on your show also. Thank you very much.
So what changed?
Well, Mr. Youngson, I believe that you followed the conversation all this while from December. And then when we issued our press statement, we were categorically in the fact that the terms that have been proposed does not meet the industry's expectations or the workers' expectations. So we rejected it. And I think since then we all have not gone to sleep, even though we knew organized labor were able to have an exemptions for all the industry. But there was also a caveat that government, organized labor, and other associations will work together to arrive at a position that benefits all of us. So we continue to engage, even when the DDP, the first DDP ended. We've continued to engage government since then up to now, and we've all arrived at a situation that we think is beneficial to all of us. Honestly, we didn't go to sleep. We put a technical team together, a transaction advisor, a legal person. We put all those teams together to advise both from the legal point of view and then also from the financial point of view. And so we believe that where we've gotten to now is acceptable to the pensions industry, and especially when we set out our objective that we don't want the patrimonial value of the bonds to be lost. We also wanted to ensure that the bonds are also tradable, because as I continue explaining, if you leave the old bond in each state, there was no way it's going to trade on the Ghana fixed income market, because people will be looking for the new bond, because the old bond would have lost the value and it would have been a lot of risk attached to it. So it was imperative that since we are also in the industry, we seek the interest of everybody, all the workers who contribute to pension funds. We need to seek their interest also. And therefore, we wanted to ensure the bond was tradable, which have been achieved through the introduction of this new alternative offer. We also wanted to ensure that liquidity will be available to us, the industry also. So we have to extract assurances from government or the Ministry of Finance that when coupons are due and maturities are due, they were going to pay. And so since we are satisfied with the conversations, the financial aspects, and the assurances that government have given to us, I think it's just the right thing to do is to greenlight our pension fund schemes to consider accepting the alternative offer as been presented. Mr. Youngson.
Now, Mr. Esso, you talked about, liquidity. You've been giving assurances. I'm sure, you've talked about since, December. And you also would note that since December, it's taking a lot of picketing to even get the finance ministry to pay some of the coupons that were due. How sure are you that this is achievable?
Thank you very much. That is why both parties have not rushed to a conclusion on this deal. Labor was also very much involved in the organized labor was also very much involved in this discussion all this while. Let me say to you that after the end of the initial DDP, we put our technical people at the disposal of the Ministry of Finance to ensure that our interests are properly protected since February. So it tells you that we've been working on this deal for a very long time up to now, until the Good Friday when a gist of it was given to us. And so, yes, labor has been involved. We have also been involved. And before we agree, we have to extract the assurances. Yes, like you said, there is always sensitivity to things like promises and then trust issues that I understand. But if you read the statement from labor also carefully, then it means that we are all holding government to its assurances that liquidity will be made available. In any case, it is also in the interest of government and all of us, because if workers go on retirement and they want to withdraw their benefits and then there is no liquidity, I think that it goes back to affect all of us, including government, including we, the corporate trustees, and then the investment landscape also, because then there is issue of confidentiality in the investment landscape. So as at now, let me say that we do not have any doubt that government will renege on its promise. We still hope that, yes, when the times come for coupons to be paid and maturities to be paid, government will keep to the promise that the assurances that they have given to us.
So, Mr. So you're working on our behalf, right? You're working because these funds are our funds. Now, this is
yes.
it. This is it.
Yes.
What is it that government told you that convinced you that government will not renege on its promises?
Well, Mr. Youngson.
Winston here. Right.
Oh, Winston. Yes. Oh, Winston. Of course, when it comes to promises, I think very soon the first coupons of all the bonds under DDP will be due. I mean, this month, we are expecting the first tranche of the coupons to be paid. And I think that this is a litmus test for government itself, that this month, including everybody who did their things under the old TDEP, and even including the pension funds, we are all waiting to see that government keeps its promise. So the month that we are in now will set the tone for all of us to know whether government can keep its promise. But at this stage that we are, since we are satisfied with the conversations that have gone on, we are hoping. I mean, we know. I don't have any doubt, Mr. Winston. I don't have any doubt until otherwise. Then we'll see that then the assurances given to us by government have not come true. But as I sit here, I believe that I don't have any doubts, and I believe that government will also not renege on its promise. And then this month in August, that the month that we are on in now, will be the first tranche of the coupons that will be expected under the DDEP bonds. And so we are hoping, and I believe that government is going to make deal with his promise.
Now, when you say you are hoping that government is going to make its promise, I get the impression that you don't trust the process fully. Are you telling me that your decision to exchange is based on government's ability to pay first coupon rates in August?
Our coupons are going to, the term of maturity of the coupons is up to 2027 and 2028.
Yes.
And before we get to the 2027 and 2028, there will be semi-annual payment of coupons.
Yes.
For all of us. And it is not only based on the coupons to be paid this month. What I said is that this month will be a litmus test for us to all engage whether government is going to keep its promise. But from the discussions that we've had and then the assurances that we've had from government, like I said, I believe government is going to make deal with its promises, and then we'll be receiving the coupons semi-annually, and then we'll be receiving the maturities when they are due. But what I'm saying is that you are asking me what the government tells me, and I'm saying that, well, this month, August, is a month that will be a test for governments and all of us to see whether the assurances that he has given to us is going to keep it. So, in any case, in my mind and in the minds of all of us that were at the discussion, including organized labor, we do not think that government will renege on these assurances.
So, Mr. Esso, I guess that's what we are trying to get to the crux of. You and Labour have made these decisions on our behalf. We were not in the meeting. That's why it's important for you to help us understand what was said to you at the meeting that made you move from a group that was picketing because you did not believe that this government would live up to its word, to a group that now completely believes that government will live up to its word. What did they say to you?
Let me correct that. We never picketed at the Ministry of Finance or at any government institution. Don't confuse the individual bondholders or the pensioners with the Chamber of Corporate Trustees. We never picketed. We decided to use the route of dialogue, which we've done since up to now. And a lot of conversations have gone on with Labour. A lot of conversations have gone on with the technical team also. So when it comes to assurances, like you can see in the DDEP, in the exchange memorandum also, government will pay us the first coupons this month. We've had those assurances that the coupons will be paid. So if you extract an assurance from somebody, it is backed by documentation, and the documentation is the exchange memorandum that is before all of us that we are reading. And therefore, like I am saying on behalf of the industry, and then on behalf of you, the worker, what I'm saying is that until government have done otherwise, then I cannot say that government have not kept its promise. But as I sit here, as all of us, as practitioners in the industry, those of us who are part of the conversation, and you workers, I can also give you the assurance that government have assured us that they will not renege on the assurances that they have given to us. So until something otherwise happens, then we see what will be the next actions that we will take.
Might it not have been more prudent to wait for these coupons to be paid before you then make a decision whether or not government is trustworthy enough?
Well, the point is that if you've not signed on to the alternative offer, then you'll not be due for any coupon. Until you've had the agreement completed, then you can expect government to also fulfill its part of the bargain. And so that is why the 18 memorandum is out. That is why we have the period to consider and sign onto it. And so until we've signed onto it, then government cannot. That is why, I mean, if you are aware, the coupons for the old bonds have been outstanding up to now, which per the 18 memorandum all will be capitalized also into the new bond. Yeah, so now, since, I mean, if we sign onto it before we can expect the first coupon payment, so we couldn't wait for any coupon to be paid. I mean, that coupon will be paid based on what agreement?
Mr. So maybe you could have waited for the settlement in February, so you wait for that coupon to be paid. Then at least you know that government is paying. Not when you sign on to, but at least just wait for government to make its first.
And so the old coupons, as part of the discussions, we all agree that the old coupons will be capitalized into the new one. And so we are not expecting the old coupons to be paid. I mean, the old coupons on the old bonds to be paid, because that will be capitalized into the new bond. And so until the new bonds, until we've signed onto the new bonds, and then we are due for the first coupons, and government pays the first coupon, then you all know that government has kept the assurances.
Yes,
then we can expect the next coupon also.
Mr. So, I mean, you then would have signed on. My point is that maybe you could have waited for those who have already exchanged earlier in February. Wait for what happens. Then based on that, you would be better informed to then make a decision as to whether or not you can trust the words of government. I'm sure you would agree with that.
Okay, so that could be another strategy also. But for how long will we continue to keep the uncertainty? Going, because that uncertainty must end somewhere, so that you also have certain confidence in the financial system. Then we also, those who are practitioners and who are watching over your pension contribution, can also have some confidence in the financial system. And I'm sure that uncertainty, because what kills financial markets is uncertainty. And the more the uncertainty rages on, the more confidence in the financial market will also decline. So there's a point that we all need to end a certain level of end the uncertainty in a certain way, so that we can create the confidence and then hope that the assurances that we have all extracted will also be fulfilled. So yes, that could be another strategy. But the question is that for how long will you keep the financial market uncertain about what is going to happen with financial instruments? We need to end it at a certain point in time.
31 billion Ghana cedis is not uncertain. If the government decided to exempt it totally, it would be certainty of a market.
Come again?
31 billion Ghana cedis is not an uncertain amount. If government decides that it's going to exempt it totally, that would make it a certain market, and people would still do business with that market.
Very well. That is also another option that we could all consider. But the question I can ask you is that if there are two bonds, one that have a certainty of coupon payment, which is the new bond under DDEP, and one that have an uncertainty surrounding its coupon payment, that is the old bond, if you have not exchanged, and you are a market trader, which one will you go for? So that is why it was necessary for us that even as we discuss the new bond, we need to also look at the objective of tradability. Because if you are not very careful and you keep on with the old bond and it loses its tradability, then it becomes a junk. Then you are waiting for maturity. And what is the sanctity that even at maturity, if your coupons are not being paid, what is the sanctity that at maturity your coupons will be paid? So that becomes another issue that you need to deal with. But if you have had the discussions and then you exchange this for the new bonds, and then there is sanctity that the new bonds will be tradable, which goes to enrich the market and which also makes liquidity on the secondary market also available to you as a practitioner, the corporate trustees, then which one will you choose? So there are always parameters for some of these decisions, and that is why it has not been easy arriving at this position. Because since February, we've been having this discussion, all this while up to here before we arrive here. So a lot of factors have been taken into consideration. A lot of options have also been considered. And at this time, we think that this will be the best option for the industry. This will be the best option for the financial market. And this also ensures that when you go on retirement and you are looking for your benefit, you want to withdraw your benefit, there will be liquidity available to also pay your benefit for you.
Yes, but Mr. Eso, talking about tradability, lots of factors would influence tradability. I mean, just having new bonds doesn't in itself means that people would want to, trade in those bonds. You know, for instance, that today, based on what has happened, lots of people may shy away from government bonds, isn't it?
That is the reason why it is very imperative on the side of government that its own assurances, its own statements in all the exchange memorandums, in the exchange memoranda are all fulfilled when the time comes. Because now the market players the buyers have given their side, have agreed to the side of the bargain. Now it is left to government to ensure that they also fulfill their side of the bargain so that all of us, including government and myself and you, individual bondholders, whoever want to trade in the bond, investors, will have confidence in the market that now government is making deal with its promises. Coupons are being paid, maturities are being paid, and therefore, because that is the only way government can also fulfill the bargain, make sure that there is sanctity in the market, there is confidence in the market again. And therefore, we have fulfilled, I believe that strongly that we have fulfilled our part of the bargain. If you read our statement also, we also said that we also hope any restructuring of our bonds will also contribute to the recovery of the Ghanaian economy. Thus, we all want the economy to recover. And therefore, since we've done our part of the bargain, we are now counting on government to ensure that they also do their part of the bargain so that we can have the confidence in the capital markets back again on track so that we can all trade in it.
You're counting on government to do their part of the bargain. Some would argue that, you probably should have seen a few things more from government. But, you've made a point. Shouldn't that have been the reason? I mean, you've talked about how the market operates. Shouldn't that be the reason, for instance, that you don't immediately exchange all your bonds with government and you could have taken time to exchange some, look at how government would treat it, and then you have further discussions?
So if I ask the question, how long is the time that we should keep on waiting? Because if you're waiting from December, or better so you can say from February. So how long should be that time? That is the question.
But Mr. Eso, this is other people's money. The suggestion is that as trustees, you should have infinite patience when it comes to making the right decisions with other people's money.
Yes. So infinite patience can lead to the time where you are even on retirement and you cannot get your benefits. And I don't know whether if you are on retirement and you cannot get your benefit, you can have that infinite patience for me as your trustee that you've entrusted your funds for me. That is no. Because per the pensions operations, the moment you have hit your 60, you put in your withdrawal, we must pay you. We should pay you. And I'm not sure you as a worker who is on retirement can have that infinite patience for me as I'm having the infinite patience also with government. So you could see that I am here protecting your interest, and I'm here to ensure that your interest is highly protected. And therefore, that is why so what is that time for waiting. But if you say infinite, it could be 30 years, it could be 40 years, it could be the time that when even me, a practitioner, when I go on retirement, I cannot access my fund. So how long can I continue waiting? So then, in terms of investment, you could calculate infinity. But in terms of investment, that is why instruments are always time-bound. Every instrument that you found on the market in any investment instrument is always time-bound.
Yeah.
I mean, so there cannot be infinity when it comes to
I think
investment.
maybe you are taking too literal a meaning from my use of the word infinite. But in any case, you've made a decision now. So you've committed to a course of action, which you insist will work because you've been assured. Now, if that assurance falls through, do you think the people whose money you made the decision with will be patient with you?
Well, that is why I have made a statement that the market is always two sides, the buyer and then the seller. So, or the demand and then the supply. It's always two sides. And the two sides have to work together. I believe that our side, we have done what we think is in the best interest as our professional due diligence have imposed upon us. I believe that our side as trustees, we've done the best for our pension fund contributors because we need to protect them, and we believe that this agreement, this alternative offer, rightly and truly protects the worker's contributions to pension fund schemes. That is why I've continued to say that we are now also expecting government to also fulfill its side of the bargain. And as I sit here, I don't have any doubts, and I believe that government will definitely fulfill its side of the bargain. And therefore, what I can say right now is to give assurances to pension fund contributors, including you. Don't forget that your interest is also my interest because I'm also contributing.
Okay.
Yeah, don't forget that one. I am also contributing. Everybody working in this industry, in the corporate trustees, we are all contributing. So we are all interested. In fact, I think I am even more interested than you because at the end of the day, if from where I sit and I go on retirement, and then any trustee can tell me that, oh, you were here and you took a bad decision for the industry, so we can't pay you. I think that will fly very big on my field. So I am more even interested than you. You are interested, I am also, but I believe I am more interested than you also. And therefore, I can assure contributors, I can assure workers that we've actually extracted the best deal for them. And when they go on retirement, we are very sure that we can pay their benefits to them.
Let me get your mind on something finally. But for the law indicating you invest in more than 50% in government securities, would you have been comfortable investing in government securities?
Well, that is a very tricky question that you've asked. But let me also say that one of the limitations of our market is the deep nature of the market. You don't have a lot of asset classes that we can all subscribe to, and that has always been the issue. And therefore, when you sit with hindsight, you think that perhaps the corporate trustees should have been more innovative or the fund managers could have been more innovative. But at that time, if you don't have anything to believe that there could be a situation like this before, then government of Ghana bonds become very attractive, especially when the market is limited on other asset classes. So what we are all praying now, or what we are all expecting now, we have a lot more asset classes. I know private equity funds are also making taking up the opportunity to set up asset classes that are bankable for pension funds. And I know some fund managers are also coming out with real estate investment trust funds that are bankable. So I think it is an opportunity that we should have a deep asset classes that can also strongly compete with government bonds. And that is what we are all looking forward to, that we have asset classes that can strongly compete with government bonds. And I think when we get there, the decisions that will be made will always be based on all the factors that considers the competitive nature, the assurances of liquidity, and etc. So, yes, as of now, the market is not that deep. So you realize that we are doing more of the GOG bonds But when you get a situation where the market is deep, I believe that the experts will always do the maths, the mathematics, and then ensure that they invest in asset classes that will always strongly compete with government bonds. And I think at that stage, government is will sit up because he knows that there are equally good asset classes that are competing with the bonds that it issues.
Well, I want to say a big thank you to Thomas Kwesi Esso, Executive Secretary of the Chamber of Corporate Trustees.
Thank you very much, and it is my pleasure.
Indeed. Do you know, this makes me think of something I read some time earlier this year on Facebook. Dr. Ecclesfield Gabra making this point that maybe what we need is a National Debt Commission, where you get some technocrats together to make some of these big decisions about how debt is managed, so that it removes politics from it, and there is a bit more assurance on the parts of those who are being asked to take a hit, in times like this. I wonder whether that is an option we should consider. Other countries have done it. Yeah, maybe we should think about it. Okay, it's the Super Morning Show. We've got a little bit more to go when we come back from these messages.
If you get LPG, let me see your hand. Who I got?
Mr. Menu, I'm not happy with you, cry.
Oh, landlord, what is it?
Me, what is the problem? How can you allow your wife cook with charcoal and firewood? Don't you know smoke is harmful to your wife? Don't you have gas?
Oh, landlord, me, I've been using charcoal since.
You're not current at all. Now every Ghanaian uses gas because it's safe and convenient. Just one matchstick, and you're good to go. Food cooks faster and the taste is retained.
Hey, landlord, be that.
You think I'm joking, New rule, no gas, no accommodation. Even you just paid your rent, And my friend, come for your money and leave my house.
Hey, landlord, if you make a mistake and you give me this money, I'm not going to move. I'm going to buy gas.
Like you will see.
Don't be left out. LPG is safe and convenient. This campaign is brought to you by the National Petroleum Authority and supported by the Ministry of Energy and World Bank. Contact our toll-free number 080-012-300 for more information.
Introducing Pick 4 from Game Park Games, the easiest lottery to play and win. Pick 4 numbers from 0 to 9 up to 3 times a day to become one of our daily winners. More moolah, more power. Play online at www.gameparkgames.com or dial *946# to play. Game Park Games is regulated by the National Lottery Authority, not for persons under 18. Play responsibly. Pick 4 from Game Park Games. More moolah, more power.
This is the biggest and the most exciting culinary show in Ghana. 6 tertiary schools presents 3 boarding shifts each to battle it out here in the kitchen, knife to knife. It's time to find the toughest, smartest, and the most creative team. Which school will win the ultimate prize and earn the bragging rights as Ghana's tertiary school with the best chefs? Join me, Michelle Ajakum, and the judges as we discover the best team who will serve the most amazing cuisines. This is Big Chef Tertiary. Big Chef Tertiary. The kitchen has no boundary. This is gonna last.
Joy 99.7 FM brings you another Joy Family Forum dubbed Becoming Mr. and Mrs. All You Need to Know Before Marriage. A breakfast meeting for singles led by Home Affairs and hosted by yours truly, Adam Knight T. Our guest speakers for the day are Ghana's favorite uncle, Uncle Ebo White, and Reverend Mrs. Rita Kranche Ankra, First Lady of the Royal House Chapel. Mrs. Theresa Riafia Sante, Mama T, Ariel the Wellness Coach, Kobinata Bedu, PG Sebastian, Lawyer Kwekuyamwa Pencil, and a host of other seasoned relationship coaches and counselors will all be in attendance. You get to enjoy a good buffet breakfast, giveaways, networking, and other fun activities at a cool rate of 150 Ghana Ghana cedis per head and 250 for two. Venue is the Best Western Plus Hotel, Nungwa. Time is 6 a.m. through to 10 a.m. and the date is 12 August 2023. Please reserve your spots now. Call or WhatsApp 059-288-9986 for your reservations. This event is supported by Best Western Plus Hotel, Nungwa, Ship Healthcare Specialist Medical Center, Nish, Goba Kente, and Marie Noel's Spa and Salon. Becoming Mr. and Mrs. All you need to know before marriage.
We need you to read all of this in the next 30 seconds. Is that okay?
Yeah? All of it? Do they really offer all of this?
You ready?
Yeah.
Let's give it a go.
All the goals, flashes, and moments. All of Rashford, Salah, and Saka. All 380 games, all in HD. Available in all the languages you want, on all the devices you enjoy. Choose the bouquet you want from all the options available. The Premier League, all on DSTV.
Think of Ghana's forests as a pair of lungs or kidneys, cleaning our air and water, regulating rainfall, sunshine, and serving as a buffer against natural disasters. Those kidneys and lungs are currently being attacked and perforated at a faster rate by illegal mining.
The forest is a no-go. It is an illegal area for anybody to mine. If the colonial masters saved these resources, how come our fourth republic is the one destroying these resources?
34 of the country's 288 forest reserves have been affected, with an estimated destruction of 4,726 hectares.
This is purely criminal.
Erastus Asardonko goes deep into major forests under siege. Forests under siege at Pamprama Forest Reserve.
Coffee in your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
Right, you're welcome back. It's 9:37 on the Super Morning Show, and we're about to find out about a very big business expo, which will be happening at the Labadi Beach Hotel. Here to tell us all about it, Simon Maji is Executive Secretary of the American Chamber of Commerce here in Ghana. Simon, good to have you on the show.
It's a pleasure to be here. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
And to your listeners as well.
Indeed.
And
now,
all those watching us.
Absolutely. And Simon's going to break down this expo for us in just a moment. But first, it's Big O time. Are you worried about your parties, your weddings, outdoorings, funerals, hangouts? Are you worried about what drinks to enjoy during these celebrations? Or perhaps you don't know how to celebrate your friends and family during these special occasions? Well, with Big O, no wahala for the occasion. Big O drinks have made it easy for everyone to enjoy and have the ideal celebration. They come in different, distinct and captivating flavors, each one specifically created to enrich every moment and bring vitality to your life. The flavors include cocktail, cola, apple, coconut, lemon, lime and orange, and they come in 16 packs as well as 20 packs, and there's a lot to go around. It's refreshing and it's good quality. Infuse color into your life and get rejuvenated. Grab a bottle of your favorite flavor and treat yourself and your loved ones to a memorable experience. Big O Drinks, another quality product from Twillium Industries Limited. This advert is FDA approved. Speaking of which, a great companion to your Big O drink is the new super delicious and yummy McBerry Twist Cupcake. The McBerry Twist Cupcake is baked with natural ingredients. It comes in two flavors, vanilla and chocolate, and it tastes as good as it looks. The best part is it's affordable, so hurry, get yourself a whole pack for your family. McBerry Twist Cupcake is healthy. It comes in handy as a portable snack for your kids to eat and share with friends at school. Indulge in the deliciously baked and irresistible taste of McBerry Twist Cupcake and enjoy the goodness in every bite. It's available in every supermarket and provision shop near you. McBerry Twist Cupcake, simply irresistible. This advert is also FDA approved. Okay, so let's get into it. The US Ghana Business Expo 2023 is about to happen. The American Chamber of Commerce in Ghana, I love your name, AmCham Ghana. Yes, is doing this with the U.S. Embassy in Ghana, U.S. Commercial Service, the U.S. Chamber of Commerce, and the Embassy of Ghana in Washington, D.C. Okay, it kicks off in about 3 days' time, the 10th of August. Okay, so let's talk about it a little bit. I mean, what's the goal here? What's the key objective of this U.S. Ghana Business Expo?
All right, thank you. So the Expo is themed leveraging U.S.-Ghana trade relations to promote growth and prosperity. And the major goal here is the U.S. and Ghana have had a long-standing commercial relationship. And so the goal here is to bring to fore that relationship and also to expand trade between Ghana and the U.S. So our major objective here is to create a strategic platform where businesses coming from the U.S. can find right Ghanaian partners to work with, and also to offer Ghanaian businesses the opportunity to work with U.S. partners. So that's our major goal for this Expo.
So there's a whole delegation, right, from the United States, led by the Undersecretary Marissa Lago. So, I mean, tell us about that and the participating companies that will be there.
Yeah, so the Undersecretary for International Trade from the Department of Commerce, Marissa Lago, is leading a trade delegation of about 30 businesses from the digital, which is the ICT sector. So those in cybersecurity would be participating. There's also those in consumer products, as well as we have some other U.S. companies here as well that will be participating in the Expo. So you have those in mining services, you have those in oil and gas, you have those in beverages, and then we have the natural connection, the diaspora chambers of commerce, the African American associations as well coming with the delegation, all with the aim of expanding trade.
All right, so this thing is going to cover 2 days,
Yes,
as I understand
2
it.
days.
So can you walk us through the program outlined for each day, and can anybody attend?
Oh, yes. I mean, the Expo is open to the public. I would encourage any Ghanaian business person or persons looking to do business with the U.S. to really pass by the Expo. It's at the Labadi Beach Hotel. It's on the 10th and 11th of August. So day one is on the 10th, which is a Thursday. We have the opening session, which is from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. And then there's the official opening of the Expo, which is from 11 a.m. to 12 noon. So the opening session has a panel on building a sustainable business climate in Ghana. And then there's the official opening by the Honorable Minister of Trade, the Honorable K.T. Hammond, and also the Undersecretary for International Trade from the Department of Commerce, Marissa Lago, as well as the U.S. Ambassador and other dignitaries. And then there is an afternoon session, which is on building diaspora connections to promote trade between Ghana and the U.S. So you have a panel discussion on what we can do to connect with the diaspora. It's also interesting on after which there's the exhibition, of course, and then the following day in the morning we have an intellectual property panel discussion on how to protect intellectual property in Ghana's audiovisual space, as well as protecting intellectual property for the people in the creative sector. So that will be interesting. And then there's the exhibition, and we urge people to attend.
That's wonderful. All right, now I've noticed an emphasis on growth and prosperity in your theme. Let's carry that through. I mean, U.S.-Ghana trade relations, I'm sure, are not new. They've been going on for some time. Can you talk us through some of the tangible economic benefits that we've seen, the proper examples of growth and prosperity that have come out of this relationship?
Well, okay. So, for instance, trade between Ghana and the U.S. In 2022 was $3.7 billion US. Wow. Out of which Ghana exported $2.7 billion to the US, and US only did $1 billion to Ghana. Wow. So that's significant in and of itself. Over 100,000 Americans visit Ghana every year. Yeah. That's also significant. But let's come down to what US companies do here. So beyond employment, I mean, US companies create value for many businesses here and for individuals as well. They come with the best technology. There's training for many of our people. The U.S. companies recruit Ghanaians. They believe in recruiting and working with Ghanaians. All those values available to us. And some of the big brands that we have in Ghana are U.S. brands. So the relationship is very solid, and it's also very tangible. And we see the employment, we see the payment of taxes, we see the transfer of skills, we see the transfer of technology, we see the superior corporate practices that U.S. companies come in, because U.S. companies are designed to operate in a certain manner, and so all these things are important. So from mining to oil and gas to agro processing to packaging, you find them there.
If you just joined us, we're talking to Simon Magye. He's the Executive Secretary of the American Chamber of Commerce Ghana, or AmCham Ghana.
Yes.
And we're learning all about this big expo that's happening on the 10th and 11th of August at the Labadi Beach Hotel. And it's the Ghana Business Expo. It starts at 9 a.m. each day. Now, why don't you tell us, Simon, about some of the speakers? You mentioned some of the events that will happen over the 2 days. Walk us through some of the speakers that we can look forward to hearing at these events.
So our major speaker actually is the trade minister. Prior to, he will be speaking. The other speaker, like I've also said, is the undersecretary. Yeah. We're also going to hear from the U.S. ambassador to Ghana. We are going to hear from members of the U.S. business community. So you'll be hearing the president of the American Chamber of Commerce speaking. You are going to be hearing people like the CEO of Flutterwave. He will be speaking as well. You hear of the senior vice president, the head of Ghana business for Cosmos, Mr. Joe Mensah. He'll be speaking at this event. You have the likes of Mona Boyd, who've worked here for a very long time. She'll be speaking. GIPC has been invited, so Mr. Yofi Grant and his team will be there to speak, as well as Mr. Uwa Abebio from the Office of Diaspora Affairs. Yeah. He will be speaking as well. The following day, you have representatives from the Attorney General's Department and members of the creative industry speaking, as well as some participants from Washington, D.C. So these are the speakers lineup for the event. But they will also be fun, so we encourage people to come and walk through the exhibition, because like I said, our major goal here is to make sure that those strategic partnerships are formed before the end of the exhibition. So we want to encourage more Ghanaian businesses, people who are interested in doing business with the U.S., to come and walk through, engage those from the U.S. side, and see what businesses we can form out of that.
It's looking like it will gear up to be a rather colorful and action-packed event.
Absolutely.
And no doubt you're not doing this alone, so perhaps you might want to acknowledge some of the partners you're working with.
Yes, thank you. So we are working with the U.S. Embassy here, the U.S. Foreign Commercial Service, the Embassy of Ghana in Washington, D.C., our own mother body, the United States Chamber of Commerce in Washington, D.C., as well as us here, the American Chamber of Commerce. We have partners like Multimedia, firmly on the board with us. And we also have partners and sponsors. We have Delta Airlines being our headline sponsor. We have Cosmos Energy being our gold sponsor. We have Avis, we have All Star, and we have Cargill as partners. And it's always a pleasure to have you, as a great partner for this event.
The pleasure is all ours, Simon. And we certainly wish you the very best with this all-important expo.
Thank you.
Final words, one thing you want people to take away from this conversation?
Yes, like I said, all we are out for is for strategic relationships. So we want to urge every business person, every Ghanaian who is interested in working with the U.S., to join us on the 10th and 11th from 9 a.m. all the way to 8 p.m. Come to the exhibition, listen to what these companies have to offer, and make sure you live there with a contact that will result in business for Ghana and for the U.S.
Simon,
and thank you for having us.
Simon, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you, sir.
Appreciate you. Simon Magye.
Have a great day.
Yes, you too. Simon Magye is Executive Secretary of the American Chamber of Commerce Ghana. Go and meet up with him, exchange business cards with him at the expo, the Ghana Business Expo, which starts at 9 a.m. on the 10th of August and continues all day on the 11th as well. Okay. All right. Well, there's more to come on the show, including your messages about your memories of your BECE exams. Very fascinating messages there. We'll share them with you when we come back.
Boomba!
coffee in your cup.
Love it.
Yeah,
Don
I love
Jazzy and Johnny Drill there. What a wonderful combo, eh?
All right, so let's see some of the messages. Let's get into the tweets this morning. And Nyama says, 2003, it rained on that morning. We started on the 7th of April. And again on the last day, 11th April, we stopped writing the exams. And we're singing showers of blessings to motivate ourselves. And Adetonam says, 2008, my index number was what? 54. And 53 was the last number in the previous hall. That means I am the first number in the next hall at the entrance. Exactly where invigilators sat. I wrote my BECE with God and the invigilators. Then at Henry Kujo 2005, it says 2005, that feeling of having to write your last paper on a Friday weekend. I had my nickname boldly written on the back of my shirt, even before the paper. Chale. And Adana Kujo Frimpong says, hey, 2003. And at the time, I didn't have anyone to motivate me, so I took it upon myself to go around and motivate them. Was really scared at the time. And at Teso GH says, I wrote mine in 2006. I remember my catering objective answer sheet was not part, so I had 5 in catering. And at Godson Duce says 2001, one of my colleagues was caught at the entrance of the hall with consignment and was giving a hot slap. Consignment.
I wonder what that is.
Your guess may be as good as mine. And at KB Dankwa says 2007, written in May, so we could begin the secondary school year in September. Hey!
Charlie, people have memories,
Oh, yes. I don't know.
Those of us who didn't write BC, those of us who did O level.
Maybe when you go and come.
Yeah. We have our different memories.
Yeah.
Listen, it's all of the Premier League, all on DSTV. Catch all the goals, moments, clashes, derbies, and drama. Make sure to stay tuned to all of Rashford, Haaland, and Saka. Watch it all unfold live in HD with the option of exciting commentary in Chi. All this on the package of your choice. No one else offers all of the Premier League but DSTV. Get your DSTV decoder with 1 month compact subscription from 299 Ghana cedis and add a satellite dish for 100 Ghana cedis, or stay connected on *759# to enjoy it all. DSTV, it's your moment.
And the Ghana Revenue Authority, in collaboration with the Ministry of Local Government, Decentralization and Rural Development, informs the general public that property rate bills for all MMDAs are available electronically on portal.myassembly.gov.gh. Portal.myassembly.gov.gh. All ratepayers are advised to log in to portal.myassembly.gov.gh with their phone numbers and validate their properties, view bills, and pay electronically using either mobile money, debit or credit cards, bank transfer, and checks. There must be no cash payment whatsoever to anybody. All payments must be made online at portal.myassembly.gov.gh. The general public is further advised that Act 9361, Section 1561 prescribes sanctions which include the sale of the defaulting properties to defray the amount owed. Ratepayers are therefore advised to make payments only on portal.myassembly.gov.gh, as payment made outside this platform will be billed again. Kindly contact 0302 756 820 or 0549 986 968 for further enquiries, and is signed by the Commissioner General.
Now, it is time for the biggest gathering of the University of Ghana family. Faculty, staff, students, alumni, and friends of the Premier University are being called to join for a Thanksgiving service to climax the 75th anniversary celebrations. It's on Friday, the 11th of August. The Christian service will be at City Conference Center from 10 a.m. With a sermon by Professor Kwabena Asamoah Jedu, who's the president of the Trinity Theological Seminary. A special guest will be His Excellency the President of the Republic of Ghana. The Muslim prayers will be at Legon Central Mosque from 2 p.m. The sermon will be by Sheikh Arimiyao Shaib, who of course is spokesperson for the National Chief Imam, and the special guest will be Dr. Mohammed Ibn Chambers, distinguished diplomat, lawyer, and academic. The dress code is 75th anniversary cloth. So join everybody as they count their blessings and re-energize for the next 75 years of impact. Hashtag UG is 75.
And our Dansia 10 anniversary trip is really vibing, and we can't thank you enough. Look, our chartered flight on Emirates is fully booked. Qatar and UAE combo and all Europe trips are also sold out. But there's still some good news. We have secured few seats on Emirates to Dubai, departing on August 13 and 15, with rates starting at only $1,650 per person. Also available are the following exciting combo trips in August and September: Nairobi and Dubai with Doreen Andor. I like that one. South Africa, Victoria Falls and Livingstone with Lexus Bill, Nana Odi Asade Wamf. Singapore, Malaysia and Indonesia with Kwame Daze, and West Africa road trip to Togo, Benin and Nigeria. You see, there's no excuse not to travel this summer. And there's Kigali and Dubai trip with George Quay. Enjoy free pass to Adansia 10 gala dinner in Accra if you booked earlier. But just say hi to WhatsApp number 05938570002 or call 0556310404. Visit AdansiaTravels.com. Seats are limited. Grab yours now. Adansia 10. It's a vibe. Few lives beauty with us this summer.
Okay, well, listen, it's been quite a day, hasn't it? Great start to the week, and there's even more to come. Day one, Mpunyi. So stay with us and make sure you join us for tomorrow's edition of the Super Morning Show. But stay on Joy for the duration. Great programming coming your way, starting with a Cosmopolitan Mix, which follows the 10 a.m. bulletin. But until we come together again, have a wonderful day. My name is Kojo Yankson. I'm the Morning Man.
My name is Winston Amoa.
Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
Loving you, girl, no girl.